shots at you. Do I still have to stick to policy? Sir, you must stick to policy. You'll win it on the border. You'll win it with inflation. You'll win it with your great military that you built that they gave away $85 billion worth. Yesterday she got up, she started ranting and raving that Donald Trump wants to put a tax on gasoline, a tax on food. But they're taking black jobs now, and it could be 18, it could be 19, and even 20 million people. They're taking black jobs, and they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet.
Greetings.
But you're gonna see something that's gonna be the worst in our history. Worst in our history.
Greetings.
Worst in our history.
Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't mind if I go off telelock for a second? Do you did? You see it, Brock?
That's right.
You don't mind if I go off telelock for a second?
You know what they're doing.
You see Barack Obama last night?
What was he doing?
Taking little shots. He was taking shots. He was taking shots at your president.
That's right.
So nigga, you know they always say, sir, please stick to policy. Don't get personal, stick to policy. Don't get personal and yet. Don't get personal.
That part.
Personal.
Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning.
These people do us still have to stick to policy, sir. You must stick to policy, sir. You'll win it on the border. You'll win it with inflation.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen.
With your great military that you built, that they gave away $1 billion
There you go.
yesterday. She got up, she started ranting and raving that Donald Trump wants to put a tax on gasoline, a tax on food, but they're taking black jobs now.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. All right, welcome to the show.
Even 20 million people, they're taking black jobs.
Good morning.
And they're taking Hispanic jobs, and you haven't seen it yet, but you're gonna see something that's gonna be the worst in our history.
That part. All right. Get the show started, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it going. All right, we don't got much time. An hour to learn. Well, 2 hours to learn and 2 hours to burn. All right. Welcome to the show, ladies and gentlemen. So awesome to see each and every single one of you lovely people. Good morning. All right. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Lady Boss Monet and April Jess. Good morning, Kevin.
I'm like the Terminator screaming, I'll be back. When I first class, it's like every week I gotta take.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome.
I'm on top of my game class. You can tell that I made it. Look at my grass. Cars in the garage with tanks full of gas. I play the game.
Let's go.
Finish last. Sitting in my living room.
Get it going, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta get it rocking and rolling.
The algorithm turned to a maniac.
Yeah, I guess we going viral cause my zodiac.
I got all these numbers on my spreadsheet.
Benjamin Franklin is my bestie.
And if they is my ex, that mean they left me.
True. They don't give me prizes. Good morning, Kara.
I say it with my chest cause I mean
Hey,
it.
let's go.
Got a lot of confidence and I'm conceited.
Alright.
Call me the master with a new whip.
Here's the Zeus hater.
Take off.
Here the Zeus hater is right here.
I'll tell you what, I haven't gone.
You know you are. Uh-oh, you know exactly who you are. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen.
Zeus's live in a couple of days.
Yes.
Shit was radical.
Oh.
Very radical.
It was horrible. I'm like, Zeus has gone way off the rails.
That's what you gotta do to a Zeus hater, right? Get him the booze.
It's like deja
Get him the
vu.
shame. All right. And then we get started with the show. All right.
It's like deja vu.
All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Once again, we're back in the Thunderdome. All right, we're on the backup account, and you know exactly why, because these people are just so upset with the amount of truth that we deliver, but we're not going to stop, all right? But before we get into that, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or some like to say Triple H. Why do they call me Triple H? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because, well, I'm honest, all right? I'm the most honest person on social media. The second H is because, well, I'm humble. I'm the most humble person on social media. Listen, if I get it wrong, I will be the first to apologize. But here's the thing. I haven't been wrong lately. And I mean, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. All right, but I'll give you an example how how humble I am. Let's just say hypothetically, I ate the last ice cream, the last of the ice cream, right? If it ran out, you know what I would do? 2 a.m. I'd go to the store and get it because that's how humble I am. Seriously. I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted some too, but I had to eat it, all right, because I had a sweet tooth. You know what I mean? All right, and then the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, and you've guessed it, it's because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Tell him, Cindy. Thank you. There you know exactly, once again, why we are here. We're here, ladies and gentlemen, because we got to save this great country of ours from the evil clutches of Donald J. Trump and his administration, which we all know, honestly, they're dangerous, not necessarily because they are evil, but they're also dangerous because they're evil and clearly incompetent, right? And we know exactly where this is going, right? We know, two in love, W in the chat. We know exactly where this is going, ladies and gentlemen, in terms of just utter incompetence. So I gotta say this. Anybody out there still support Donald Trump? Why don't you, Bob says, why didn't you complain for the last 4 years? Okay, Bob, send me a guest request, Bob. All right, and I'll answer any question you have. I'm the fairest host on TikTok, by the way. I don't shy away from answering difficult questions. I do this not necessarily because I have nothing else to do. I understand the urgency, and I'm ready to meet it where it's at. So, Bob, please send Big Zeus a guest request, because if you don't do that, I'll ask my moderators. I say, put deranged Bob, in a straight jacket, all right? Because what we don't want is, we do not want Russian bots polluting my chat with lies and misinformation, Bob, all right? So if you don't want to actually get in the box and talk to Big Zeus directly, do us all a huge favor and sit your special behind down and continue to listen to this special broadcast. W Zeus in the chat. So Bob, and not just Bob, but any other Trump supporters out there, I'm going to give you guys an opportunity of a lifetime. If you do not want me to ruin your breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything in between, like we did with our good friend DJ, I'm pretty sure we scared DJ off yesterday because he's you know what we did? We did a number on DJ. If you do not want Big Zeus to do that to you, Bob, because I'll ruin your breakfast. I really don't care. Leave this live and go on and hang out with those fake TikTok hosts, because they'll lie to you, right? They'll lie to you and they'll make you think your 401k is doing great. They'll make you think these gas prices are just back to earth in terms of the pricing, because some of us, we go to the gas station and it's over $100 just to fill it up. They'll tell you things like inflation is gone, but we won't do that. We'll actually show you the real, and we'll tell you real bad news. Like, guess what, Bob? If you're on Social Security, guess what they're going to do? They're going to touch it and take it away. All right. So if you do not want to experience that, do us all a huge favor and leave. All right. Because we're going to hurt your feelings, but get this. You don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in
Lady
the US,
Boss Monet,
if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Bob, he said he will put $1,000 in my Cash App if you can show me one piece of evidence. Okay, Bob, come on up here. Bob, come on up here, Bob. Please come up here and bring me that $1,000. Woo, W Zeus. Hey, Bob, let me go ahead and get that evidence for you, Bob. All right. Now, first things first. Good morning. All right, good morning. Because you just made my morning. This is gonna be an easy $1,000, Bob. Bob, come on, Bob Brown. Where you at, Bob? He said 1,000 of them things, Bob. Normally, I don't pause the show this early in the morning. But if you don't mind, you got 1,000 on you, Bob. Don't get spooky now, Bob. You're muted, Bob. Hit unmute, bro. Good morning, Bob. Bob, I can hear you. Don't mute, Bob.
I'm here.
Okay, come on, man. I got a show to do. Now you you got that money you said you promised me? You got that on you. Bob. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but this is an offer I couldn't refuse. Bob. Bob. Jesus. Oh, look at it. Can you just stop touching your phone, Bob? Bob. Bob, stop right there. I can hear you. All right, Bob. I guess I know where this is going, Bob. Bob, I'm going to drop you because obviously you are.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Which one is it, Bob? Bob, which one is it?
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
So, Bob, since you want to get on my show and you got as quiet as a church mouse, what that tells me is Zeus wins, you lose. All right? And you know where to go find my information on the Cash App. Just, the link is in the bio. As a matter of fact, you can go ahead and send me a DM. I'll get that to you. Bob, for your spiritual enrichment and edification, Bob, what I'll do is I'll give it to you so that it's on the record. And then if I see you around here, all I'm going to be doing is saying, hey, Bob, give me that. Go ahead and deliver on that promise. And I know this is probably your entire payment for the month, but I really don't care. You don't need your Social Security money anyway. All right. So, Bob, this one is for you. This is from a Republican. I played it yesterday. Maybe this is your first time to my show. His name is John Curtis, and you could go look it up, Bob. And he said this yesterday, Bob.
Let me ask you, because Elon Musk ruffled some feathers when he referred to Social Security, something that he's also eyeing as a part of his Doge efforts, as a Ponzi scheme. Senator, do you see Social Security as a Ponzi scheme?
Well, I wouldn't use those words, but we're not being honest either with people. And that's why you'll actually see me in a couple of months introduce a change to Social Security. We're not being honest when we look people in the eye and say we're not going to touch it. If we don't touch it, it touches itself.
Did you hear that, Bob? This is a Republican from Utah. His name is John Curtis. He says, we're not being honest with you. We're about to touch it. So, Bob, if you don't mind, please send me a guest request so I can come up there and get this little thing you said you were going to give me. He said he was going to give me $1,000, right? But I know Bob is a liar, just like his father, Donald J. Trump. So what I'm going to do, Bob, is this, and then I'm going to get back to the content that I originally wanted to talk about. Bob, I'm going to warm up the lake of fire, all right? And somebody has to go to hell this morning, Bob, all right? And between you and me and all these people who are in this live right now, Bob, the fingers and the arrows are all pointing towards you, all right? So, Bob, this is what I'll do. Since you didn't know it, now you know. Your Social Security is about to go. You don't need that at all because guess what? All you need is Donald Trump and his dirty, disgusting diaper and all of the lies he tells you. That's all you need to survive, Bob. And so with that being said, this means you're a vassal of transgression. You're not just the worst person I've ever talked to. You're actually the worst of the worst, and you're the scum of the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send deranged Bob where he belongs. Straight to hell. Goodbye, Bob.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Hey, Bob, you don't need to wait any longer. As far as I'm concerned, you're a liar, all right? And you're a hypocrite, and you've been exposed. You've been revealed. I invited you up in the box, and you turned around and acted like a chicken. Actually, chickens got more courage than you, Bob. You got up in the box and panicked. And this is what I'm talking about. You know this is... Speaking of panicking, ladies and gentlemen, what I really wanted to cover today is, you all know it, this we got to get this on the record and discuss it.
The stunning sharing of sensitive military operations by top Trump administration officials through a group chat on the Signal app. The editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, reported yesterday that National Security Advisor Mike Waltz inadvertently added him earlier this month to a group chat about military strikes on Yemeni Houthis. According to Goldberg, the group included Vice President J.D. Vance, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and others, many others.
Any Trump supporters out there, that want to have an honest conversation about this breach right here, this national security breach, because you know what I can't help but wonder? You know that little Butler incident y'all all like to try to blame Democrats? You know they actually said it was Zeus, your lives. This is what these people on the right said, Zeus. It's the Democrats and their rhetoric that they say got Trump reelected, or they say it got Trump in the situation that he was in with Butler. And I've been pushing back emphatically on that. And here we have it, ladies and gentlemen. The real proof about what's going on in the Trump administration. Donald Trump has gotten rid of all of the qualified people that would help protect our national secrets, especially when it comes to protecting the president of the United States. He's gotten rid of them. I don't want any DEI people around me. I'm going to freeze federal funds. And what I'll do is I'll surround myself with the most incompetent people on the face of the earth. As long as they're willing to smell my dirty, disgusting diaper, I will let them do whatever they want, because they obviously understand I'm number one. This is how Donald Trump thinks. So he's surrounding himself with a group of people who clearly, and this is why I say Russia, China, Pyongyang, North Korea, they're going to be eating our lunch and more, because these folks, they have no clue what they don't know. They're like deer in headlight, and actually deer in headlights smarter than these people. I want to know, how do all these people, Tulsi Gabbard, I'm looking at these people, Marco Rubio, Pete Hegseth, J.D. Vance, all right, Michael Walls, all right, Scott Bassett. How do all these people end up in a Signal app, and none of them said, hold up, this is a terrible idea. Whoever created this, stop. None of these geniuses said this is a bad idea from the very beginning. A lot of us who work for businesses and things like that, they understand you don't even use apps like that to conduct official business, let alone our national security. All right. And so they did this, and then a genius, I think his name is Michael Walls. You know who he is, intelligence. They give him the title of intelligence, right? Director of National Intelligence. He's not intelligent. Adds this reporter, and the rest is history, ladies and gentlemen. I kid you not, I watched this story over and over, and I said, if this is serious, you better thank the Lord, ladies and gentlemen. You Trump supporters, you guys better really thank the Lord that so far there really hasn't been any harm done to this great country of ours. Because let's just say, hypothetically, Russia hacked this, or China or North Korea hacked this. This could have devastating consequences. All right. And when the harm ends up happening, it's clear you can't even blame the Democrats for any of this. You can't blame the Democrats for creating this group text. You can't blame Joe Biden. Scott, what was his name? Scott Jennings. He tried to blame Joe Biden yesterday on his show. We'll get into a little of that. But he actually tried to say, well, they wouldn't have had to text if Biden would have taken care of the Houthis. This is what instead of just owning up to this, ladies and gentlemen, these people are sick. All right. And when you catch Donald Trump reacting to this, listen to this. I mean, this is a deer in headlights, honestly. He knows he's in a lot of trouble for this.
President, your reaction to the story in The Atlantic that said that some of your top cabinet officials and aides had been discussing very sensitive material through Signal and included an Atlantic reporter for that. What is your response to that?
I don't know anything about it. I'm not a big fan of The Atlantic. To me, it's a magazine that's going out of business. I think it's not much of a magazine, but I know nothing about it. You're saying that they had what?
They were using Signal to coordinate on sensitive materials and
having to do with what? Having to do with what? What were they talking about?
It's fake news?
The Houthis, you mean the attack on the Houthis? Well, it couldn't have been very effective because the attack was very effective, I can tell you that. I don't know anything about it. You're telling me about it for the first time.
Yeah, he says that kind of stuff when he's guilty, right? I mean, when he doesn't know who Jeffrey Epstein is. You know who that is, right? He doesn't know who E. Jean Carroll is. He doesn't know who Stormy Daniels is. We've been down this road with this liar, ladies and gentlemen. This is pretty much a confession at this point. And it gets more deranged, ladies and gentlemen. It really does. He goes and tries to make it look like it really isn't a bad thing. He posts an article on his Truth Social platform. I call it Lie Central. And the title of this is what Donald Trump is doing. He says, 4D chess. Genius Trump leaks war plans to the Atlantic where no one will ever see them. So now they're joking around, or let's just take him at his word and let's just say this is true. In a stunning show of brilliant military strategy, President Trump has leaked his top secret Yemen strike plans to the Atlantic so that no one will ever see them or read them. The battle plan, which was just a group chat text message, said, yeah, let's go ahead and drop those B's, you know, not that word B, but you know what it is, on them, LOL, was sent to journalists with the Atlantic to be published in an article that no one saw and no one reads. He says, my administration is expert in top secret. Frankly, no one does top secret better than we do. This is what Trump said. And we know that the Atlantic, which used to be great, but now is so terrible that it has 0 readers and no one will see my war plans. So Donald Trump has convinced his supporters that he's playing 4D chess. Is this what he's saying? Bill, what's fake, Bill? What's fake, Bill? I don't understand why you're getting so triggered, Bill. I'm telling you the God honest truth. Only Trump supporters believe these lies. This is a serious mistake, Bill. Bill, do you understand that what they are doing right now places the office of the president in real danger? Do you understand this, Bill? And you can't even blame the Democrats. Bill, wake up, bro. I don't understand why you're just in here saying ridiculous stuff, Bill. Then you get Carolyn Levitt, she goes on to X. And she says, quote, she says, no war plans were discussed. No classified materials were sent in the thread. 3, the White House counsel's office has provided guidance on a number of different platforms for President Trump's top officials to communicate as safely and efficiently as possible. As the National Security Council stated, the White House is looking into how Goldberg's number was inadvertently added to the thread. Thanks to the strong and decisive leadership of President Trump and everyone in the group, the Houthi strike was successful and effective. T's were unalived, and that's what matters most to Donald Trump. So they're still not taking this matter seriously. I would argue America's national security is actually the most important thing. More important than that so-called successful strike. Because y'all don't understand, and I got to break it down to you, Trump supporters. This could have actually ended very, very, very terribly. I mean, when you have the vice president involved, the secretary of defense involved, the director of national intelligence involved, and they're just playing fast and loose with our national secrets, it just goes once again to shows me we have a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse going on in our government. Now, what's interesting is, Scott Jennings on CNN, he's a diehard Trump supporter. Every time, he's always defending Donald Trump. And I said, for him to actually say this, ladies and gentlemen, it speaks volumes. He's actually demanding that this be fully investigated. Let's listen to what Trump supporter Scott Jennings has to say. Bill, listen up, because even if Scott could say this, Bill, you can too.
Would have potentially impacted the lives of American soldiers.
Can I see you nodding yes when I think it was the professor saying there should be an investigation into this?
Yeah, I do think there should be, and I think they're already doing it at the White House. But I totally agree with you, because they're not quite sure how he wound up on the thing, and we need to find that out if there's something wrong with this system. Which, by the way, I should just add again, they say already existed, was preloaded on computers and devices when they got there, and was in use upon their arrival.
Okay,
so maybe
Scott,
we need an investigation of when signals started being used and by who and why people thought it was a good system to use. But of course, when you make a mistake, You own up to it. You investigate the cause of it.
Did Pete Hegseth just own up to it, admit to it?
Well, look, I don't think there's. I mean, the White House is.
I think the answer there is no.
The head of the National Security Council and his spokesman have said these appear to be authentic messages, so they have absolutely validated that it occurred. So you own up to it. You figure out what happened, and you use it as a teachable moment, which is don't make these kinds of mistakes again, and you learn from it. And I agree, you do try to move forward. But I agree with you. You have to look into these things. You can't slough it off. It's an important deal. And I'm sure there's more details about it that we don't know yet, but that's what an investigation would uncover.
Thank you. So Scott Jennings, ladies and gentlemen, finally had a come to Jesus moment, and he realizes that what Pete Hegseth is saying is unacceptable. It needs to be investigated. And you go, well, what does Pete Hegseth say about this? Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the people that was on the text thread, Pete Hegseth, our National Secretary of Defense. And just listen to his response, and you tell me if this is an adequate response for leaking national secrets on Signal.
Talking about a deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again, to include the hoaxes of Russia, or the fine people on both sides hoax,
Here we go.
or suckers and losers hoax. So this is a guy that peddles in garbage. This is what he does. I would love to comment on the Houthi campaign because of the skill and courage of our troops. I've monitored it very closely from the beginning, and you see, we've been managing 4 years of deferred maintenance under the Trump administration.
Here you go.
Our troops, our sailors were getting shot at as targets. Our ships couldn't sail through. And when they did shoot back, it was purely defensively or at shacks in Yemen. President Trump said, no more. We will reestablish deterrence. We will open freedom of navigation, and we will ultimately decimate the Houthis, which is exactly what we're doing as we speak from the beginning, overwhelmingly. I've heard I was characterized. Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that.
Oh, nobody was texting war plans. Yeah, okay. So, you know what we're going to do? Somebody has to go to hell for this, all right? And we know exactly who these knuckleheads are, ladies and gentlemen, from J.D. Vance to Marco Rubio, obviously Pete Hegseth, Scott Bessent, definitely Tulsi Gabbard, Steve Witkoff, Susie Wiles. You know who I'm talking about, Stephen Miller. All right, all of you who think it's acceptable to not run communications through secure channels, but instead backdoor them through third-party apps like Signal, right? Apparently, you got into these positions, and you may or may not have taken your cybersecurity training, right? I don't know if you did it or not. If you did, even worse. If you didn't, you know what that means? That means no one's actually showing you how to do the job or helping you do your job better. All you all are doing is worshiping Donald Trump. After everything they say, don't they end it by saying, and Donald Trump's administration is all 100% for this? Everything you do, you tie it to how great of a person Donald Trump is. How pathetic can you all be? Ladies and gentlemen, listen to all these people who are threatening the lives of millions of Americans, including their own. And actually, I think what they're doing puts the president in danger. Now that I think about it, it puts the president in danger because now he has to walk around and think to himself, like, are they even protecting, simple things like where I'm at? Are they who are they communicating with? Do these people know how to use a cell phone or anything like that? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send them where they belong, straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
No, Bob did not give me the issue he promised me, and you know why? I guess you know why. It's because Bob knows he's living in a lie. All right. So now, ladies and gentlemen, now that we got that out of the way, all right, we did, I do want to also address the fact that, now Trump is evoking the whole state secrets thing when it comes to the deportations. Bill, why don't you come up here, Bill? I don't understand, Bill. Why don't you come on up here? All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right on up here, and we'll get to the bottom of whatever it is that's bothering you. It won't take long. Hey, Bill, here's the thing. You cannot continue to brag that's why the Democrats lost. You guys, you could do that maybe from November until January 20th, but we need something new, bro.
You want to get old again, Zeus?
Sure.
Yeah. Stop spreading fake news.
Why?
Stop lying to the American people. Yeah, why? Why should you stop doing that? Listen, you got to get over yourself, man. You guys lost.
What did we lose?
You got to stop. And what Donald Trump is doing for America is trying to get this economy back on track. And you guys don't even report the real stuff that's going on. The trillions of dollars that he's getting from bringing into this country and bringing manufacturing and jobs back to this country. You're not even saying that to the American people. Come on, man. Stop being fake.
Bill, so you heard about the IRS thing. $500 billion in lost revenue because most likely you get rid of these IRS agents, you're not going to have people there to collect. Isn't that hustling backwards?
Oh my God!
Isn't that hustling backwards?
Why aren't you talking about eggs today? How come?
I could.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
they're only down. They're only down 20%. But go ahead.
Okay, so I went to the store just this weekend. Guess what? They're sold out. There's no eggs. I don't know I don't know what planet.
I live in Scottsdale, Arizona, one of the richest communities in America.
Oh, so you're in the affluent area. Obviously, you guys got something going on.
But go to a Costco if you want eggs.
Listen, no, I want you to just admit that there's a difference between wholesale and retail prices when it comes to eggs, and there's still a shortage going on out here, bro. I don't buy it, and the same thing with the gas. Do not use any of that. The real thing that I want you to address.
Gas is down too, by the way.
Oh my goodness, this is what I'm talking about.
Where do you live?
I live in the Bay Area, Bill.
Oh, so you live in a high income area too.
Exactly, and that's why I'm able to tell you what's really happening out here. I don't have to smell Donald Trump's diaper in order to live like you do. Why don't you just admit it? Why don't you just admit
you lost?
I don't actually think
you gotta get over it.
I don't think that, Bill. So, Bill, here's the thing.
You didn't lose?
No, I didn't.
Okay, 77 million people
voted. No, I don't want to get into that, all right? I want to talk about the success so far. Has your leader done anything that you can honestly brag about and say he's been very, very successul at doing it?
What are you talking about? Listen.
Just name one thing.
I can name a million things, but here's the deal, man. He's been in office for what? How long?
Over 60 days.
60 days. Joe Biden was in for 4 years. And he destroyed this country. You tell me, talk to me after a year. I'll be here. Talk to me after a year. Let's see where this country is as compared to where Joe Biden left it. Let's see then.
Do you feel safer?
Absolutely. Get rid of all the illegals.
Well, see, and so I thought about you saying that before I asked the question.
I live in Arizona, dude.
Yeah, but how do you feel safer, honestly, knowing that you got these incompetent people that are, sharing national secrets on a third-party app?
Come on, man. That's fake news. You heard Pete Hegseth talk about that, and they're talking about it now. It's fake news.
What's so fake about it? It's been verified. It's been verified by intelligence agencies.
No, it has not. It has not been verified yet. See, this is why you spread fake news. You're not an intelligence agency. Don't sit there and lie to the people.
So Bill, I have a hard time dealing with conversations like this because honestly, I think, Bill he tries to be a well-to-do person. You try to be on the right side of things, right? You don't go around and lie to people for a living at all, right? You don't do that.
If you know my business, you see me. Of course I don't.
What kind of business are you in? What industry?
I'm a professional baseball coach.
Okay, so you're a professional baseball coach. Okay, great. Do you tell your players they're doing good and give them participation trophies?
Participation trophies? No, guys I work with.
You believe in giving out Do you believe in giving out participation trophies to people who aren't performing at the level they should be, Bill?
What does participation trophies have to do with anything?
Okay,
listen, you're trying to pigeonhole.
No, I'm just trying to get an understanding of how your mind works.
Why don't you frame it a different way then? You try to pigeonhole people with these questions. First of all, guys that play at a high level play at a high level. Trump plays at a high level, by the way.
Ooh, Bill.
Okay?
Bill,
Bill,
I gotta do that to you, Bill. No,
you got hammered. Trump plays at a high level. You can't play at this game.
Give me an example of Trump playing at a high. This is what the participation trophy business is about.
Because you don't understand tariffs. You don't understand tariffs.
Well, break it down, Bill.
break it down to you?
Yeah, who pays?
Who
pays the tariff?
It's a negotiation tool, and guess what? What did
who
Hyundai
pays
just
it?
do?
No. Who pays it?
What
Bill?
did Hyundai just do?
Bill, I answered one of your questions. Who pays?
No. You tell me what Hyundai just did.
I have no clue what Hyundai did
you
in
got
your
a
world.
computer there?
Is it Hyundai or is it Hyundai or is it Honda? Which one?
What's that?
Is it Hyundai or Honda?
They're both. It doesn't matter. Pick one. Because they both just invested in the United States.
All right.
They just brought their manufacturing back here.
Bill. All right.
Because of tariffs. That's what tariffs does.
Who pays the tariff?
What do you mean who pays the tariffs?
If you could educate me.
Okay, first of all, nobody pays the tariffs. If the manufacturer wants tariffs applied, he thinks he's going to threaten by raising the price. Manufacturers can't raise the price. They won't make any sales. So what they do is they negotiate a deal with Trump. That's what it's for. And then everybody's happy. That's the way tariffs work. It's a negotiation tool.
How about this? Does anyone in the chat believe Bill? If you believe
what does
Bill,
that have to do with? What does the chat have to do with anything?
Because you need feedback. You need feedback in real time, Bill.
You wanted to talk about participation trophies, and I'm telling you,
look at this, Bill.
You can't play with Donald Trump. Donald Trump plays at a high level.
Bill, here's the thing.
You don't understand what he's doing, and it's okay.
Bill, here's the thing. No one honestly believes you. At a certain point, you
got to.
No.
Nobody believes me. Come on, man. That's good.
I'm just kind of trying to be a concerned American. So I asked you a serious question: who pays the tariffs? And you didn't give us an answer. Which to me
I did. I told you. I educated you. You said educate you. I just did.
Who pays it? Just say the answer.
It's nobody pays the tariffs. It's a negotiation tool.
Okay, now here's where I bring in help.
Yeah, of course you do. You have to bring in help. I get it.
W Val, I know the answer, but
no, you don't know the answer. You know your answer, but you don't know the answer, and you won't even admit the truth.
How's it going?
Hey, we're at this crossroad again where we have an economist, a MAGA economist.
I'm not an economist.
No, this is your typical MAGA liar. So
how
long has Hyundai been manufacturing?
We're liars,
US?
Read the news.
Bill, let's have the conversation, Bill.
Well, don't call me a liar then.
Bill, come on. You've suggested a lot of things.
You want to keep it professional, but then you go keep calling people liars?
Bill, quit crying.
I'm not crying. Trust me. We won.
You're a baseball coach, you say. Come on now.
Crying. Trust me. Dude, where I live and what I do, I don't cry.
Okay.
7:15 in the morning, March 25th. Baseball coach on TikTok.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about it?
What's happening right now in baseball, sir?
What do you mean what's happening in baseball?
What's happening
We're wrapping up spring training here, brother. I'm just getting ready to wrap up spring training.
In baseball? I mean, the stupidity of this is beyond reproach. But
you haven't said anything
yet.
How
long has Hyundai been manufacturing in the U.S., sir? How long have they had that plant in Alabama?
And let's go down this path together, Bill. Don't worry, I'm holding your hand, so you're safe.
No, you don't have to hold my hand, brother.
Okay, well then act like it. All right.
You want to bring in people that want to kiss your butt? That's okay. Go ahead.
No,
come on. You act like this was done by Donald J. Trump, sir. How long has Hyundai been manufacturing?
It doesn't matter.
In the US?
We're talking about tariffs and what people are bringing to this country. You can mention a million.
Your example of that was Hyundai. That has been manufacturing in the U.S. in Alabama since 2006.
Okay, now, Bill, come on, man.
What about it?
Let's stop lying to the people. Bill, the reason that I do it this way...
You need to educate yourself on tariffs.
You don't even know what a tariff is. What is a tariff?
It's a negotiation tool.
No, it ain't, sir.
Of course. A tax. Because what do you do, Val?
Sir, a tariff is a tax.
What do you do?
Bill, what difference does it make?
What you do?
I don't have to prove my credentials to anybody on this
app,
and I definitely
you don't.
do not have to prove my credentials to anybody in this room.
Bill, come on, Bill. For the sake of the American people out there who really want to give you the benefit of the doubt, Bill.
Stop.
You gotta. Can you at least demonstrate that you're right by actually challenging, Val's point of view and actually giving us?
I don't know who Val is. Tell me who Val is.
He's just a random American like you.
What does he do?
If Val wants to disclose that, he can. But I don't think. I don't.
Go ahead. You guys hide. It's amazing. All the Democrats hide. They're authority on nothing.
It doesn't matter. All we want to do is get the answer. It doesn't matter what walk of life.
I don't hide very well.
Ooh, W Val.
I didn't ask you. I didn't ask to see your face, sir. I said, what do you do?
I don't hide very well. You know what I'm saying? I've been around the block. I'm 59 years old, sir.
Awesome.
I've been in business. I've been in business most of my life. I'm highly educated.
Me too.
In the subjects. No, you're not. And in the subjects that we are talking about.
You don't even know me, and you're sitting
like I
said,
I've been on this app a long time, sir, and I don't have to prove my credentials to you by any means.
Then why are you here at 7:15 in the morning, sir?
I can do both things.
Oh,
W Val. Okay, Bill. Again, Bill. Stop being personal.
Oh, really? Stop being personal? Come on, man. You got to have it both ways. You got to be able to take it too.
Okay, well, how much time do you need to be personal? I really want to get into the merits of the conversation.
You can dish it out, but you got to be able to take it.
Can we get into the merits of your conversation, Bill? Seriously, I don't got all morning to do this. If you're going to bring up tariffs,
if you're going to bring on something, do you want me to bring on one of my buddies to come on and talk?
Who do you got out there that's an expert on tariffs? Let's get this going, because honestly, I've had this discussion so many times. I'm surprised you would bring this to the kingdom and act like
Let me answer one question. Since you guys are so experts, right? Answer one question for me. How much money did Donald Trump bring in from other companies with the threat of tariffs? How many trillions of dollars did he bring into the United States? He hasn't brought in any.
There hasn't been $1 trillion made, period, on this. It's
how
been
much
a lot
money?
Of loss.
How much money did he bring in?
None.
He said none. All right, but here's the thing.
He's not an authority. There you go. He just answered my question.
No, sir. You show me
you are not an
any
expert.
figure that the U.S. government has received tariff money.
Who are you?
Because he's canceled every blanket tariff that he has put out.
Who are you?
Bill.
You're fake news.
Bill, how about this, Bill? Could you give me the information or the source for the answer to the question you asked? If Val says zero.
No, I asked the question. You answer it.
Okay, so Bill.
Tell me that, sir, tell me the source. Tell me what tariff on these blanket tariffs that he keeps talking about that have never gone into effect. So since they've never gone into effect,
what are you talking about? He's 60 days
zero.
in office and he's implementing all this stuff. I asked you a question. How much money is the United States going to make from tariffs he placed? And how much
gonna make.
How much money?
No,
wait a minute.
How much has he?
Wait a minute.
He changed it.
No. I didn't change it. How much money?
How much has he brought in?
How much money from corporations are coming back to the United States? How much money did he bring in? I asked you that.
None.
Did it bring in or is it going to bring in? Which one? Because April 2nd, Liberation Day, hasn't happened.
It doesn't matter if he's got 4 years to do the job.
Oh,
You're
so now it's 4 years
about
from now. What are
60
they going to
days.
bring in? Sir, hold on. Let's talk about what it loses, because see, when people that don't understand how tariffs work and what they really do come up here and talk like this, we understand.
You have no authority.
Stop.
Okay, but come on, Bill.
We understand, because you're not going to answer the question.
No, you have no authority. I don't have to answer
targeted
the question.
All right, Val, please go. Yeah. Bill, I don't want to have to mute you, but I will let you go back and forth, Bill. Honestly, you don't got to do the little thing you all like to do. I'm a fair host. Even if people say I should drop you, I'll keep you, because guess what? I know there's somebody that this discussion is new to and they want to hear it. So you don't got to do all of that, bro. If you know what you know, then let's go.
Yeah, we understand what targeted tariffs are. Targeted tariffs are to protect manufacturing in this country by targeting things we actually make. Blanket tariffs, sir, are a different problem, because then you're putting blanketed tariffs on everything that comes into this country. Manufacturing-wise, that's going to be devastating, because a lot of our minerals, things that we need, parts that are made from other countries, have to come through that border. And when they do, sir, for cars especially, and Ford Motor Company came out and told you this 3 weeks ago. Ford Motor Company said that their cars are going to go up by an average of 15 to 20% based on the blanket tariffs that are going to be put in place. Okay, that was Ford, sir, not me. Ford. It's going to be the same with GM. It is also going to be the same, sir, with these companies that you seem to, even though they came to America and they're originally Japanese companies or Korean companies.
Yeah.
That will be the same for Honda, Hyundai. Okay, Toyota. It will be the same for BMW that makes some certain lines here.
Got it.
These are the things that you don't understand. The automotive industry and the defense industry are the two largest industries we have in this country. Period. A lot of those parts from both come from overseas.
Interesting.
Okay?
You see that, Bill?
This is not rocket science. And sir, it will take decades to build manufacturing up to the supply level needed to run those companies.
Amen.
Decades.
Amen. W Val in the chat. Hey, Bill. All right, hit unmute, Bill. No one can hear you. I'm pretty sure you're over there having a nervous breakdown. You heard what Val.
Are you ready?
Yes.
You can sit there and talk all you want. This guy has no credibility. He doesn't know anything he's talking about. And it's amazing to me that you let a guy come on here and talk just like he's doing when he's quoting Ford and all these other things. First of all, watch the news. The CEOs of all these companies talk to Democrats, and then they go on, the Democrats start talking about all this stuff. But then when the Republicans talk to the CEOs are working out the deals with President Trump. They're working out all the deals. But you're sitting here going, oh my God, the tariffs are going to kill America.
That CEOs,
all you're doing is fear-mongering.
Stop.
No, don't tell me to stop. All you're doing is fear-mongering.
Hold on, stop.
I had to listen to you.
You're BS, no, because you're talking pure BS, sir. Do you really
What is your title?
Do you believe, sir?
What is your title in the Democratic Party?
You want to know my title?
Yeah.
It's CEO.
You were just talking about CEOs, Bill. So you opened up that can of worms, and that's
so
just
am I.
Sir, do you believe?
You're a CEO?
For a
Go ahead
second?
and Google me.
Do you believe for a second that CEOs actually care about Donald J.
What are you a CEO of?
Bill, come on now.
Yeah, what are you a CEO of?
Sir, do you believe, I'm asking you a
You're
question,
fake.
do you believe for a second that CEOs care about Donald Trump's rhetoric?
They care about their business and making money.
That's right, sir. We care about business.
No,
Okay,
right.
sir?
We care. You're
Do you know
right.
what sir, do you know what else good CEOs care about?
Oh, you're going to tell me.
People.
Yeah. People.
Okay.
What does that have to do with what we're talking about?
They care about the people that they're doing business with.
You have
And
not
they care,
told
sir,
me what
they
you
care
do, sir.
about sir, hold on.
Bill.
You're not a
They
CEO.
care about the profit that they make for their investors.
That part.
Okay.
Is that true, Bill?
That is what they truly care about, sir.
And Bill, you just said you're a CEO. Did I
Google me?
Well, how do I Google you?
It's easy.
Bill,
Google my name.
I'm going to guess something here, Bill.
All right, thank you for the heads
I'm
up.
going to guess that you're the CEO of a sports facility training youth on baseball.
Nope. And guess what? I'm gonna guess that you're
I think I hit a nerve.
You're a retired CEO of nothing because
It says chief baseball officer. Is that you?
That's one of my titles. Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought Val just said that. That's one of your titles. What else? Where else?
I have 3 or 4 companies, by the way.
Oh, okay. Well, okay.
Okay.
I didn't find them when I looked you up, bro. You said to Google you. So
I did.
Okay.
A lot of stuff comes up, but this man won't even tell me who he is. So this is fake. You're a CEO of what?
Sir.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
I've owned an electronics firm.
Oh, electronics firm. Oh, so you're an authority on everything.
But I'm not finding all these 4 companies, Bill. I keep finding baseball stuff. So, I mean, come on, man.
That's right.
So it's all baseball that you're a CEO.
So Bill,
I'm not up here
you're
trying
a
to
D1
mute
baseball
somebody
player
so
that
they can
thinks you're
spout
good
off
enough
for
that you didn't
15,
make
30
press.
seconds
found
about
it?
what they think they know.
So Bill, you're a D1 baseball player that wasn't good enough to make the pros, or were you D2?
I did make the pros.
You did?
Yeah.
What team?
I signed with Cincinnati. What team did you sign with?
When?
What team did you sign with?
Sir, I didn't ever claim to be. I never claimed to be a pro baseball.
No, you're an electronics expert, right?
No, sir. But I was a D1 athlete.
Oh, good. What'd you play?
Baseball.
Oh, good. Where?
University of Texas.
Got it.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
I'm the owner of Predator USA. That's you? Baseball training. Baseball.
Hold on. I just got some information. He's an online baseball coach.
I do that too. Thank you.
Okay, so Bill, we understand money, and if it's taking care of your family, Bill, then you know what? I say go for it. But at the end of the day,
I'm a small business. I do okay. It is what it is.
Okay, but let's get to this point where I think Americans need to really be at. You see town hall after town hall being packed with, whether it's MAGA, it's Republicans, it's Democrats, it's independent. These people are showing up because what you're saying isn't aligning with their reality. Do you understand that at least?
Aligning. Listen, no, you got these town halls. Tell me. Let me just ask one simple question, because you guys are Democrats. Who's the leader of your party right now?
Oh gosh, man! Can't we get some clarity with you first?
I'm just asking you a simple question. Why do you guys get so triggered when somebody asks you who's the leader of your party?
It's not that. The concern.
Then why don't you answer the question?
Because I asked you a question and
Come
you
on,
just
CEO. Who's the leader of your party?
You just ignored the question we're asking you. I will answer any question you have if you could
answer.
See, the difference between us and you, sir, is you follow a con man, and we actually try to figure out who we want to be.
Yeah, because you know what party I represent, right?
Based on their credentials.
Because you know what party I represent, right?
But right now, sir, if you want to really get down to the truth, as stands right now, that would actually be Hakeem Jeffries.
Oh my God! Thank God. Hopefully he runs.
Okay, so
Hakeem
Bill,
Jeffries ain't going to run for president.
No, he would lose.
So Bill, now that we've answered that question, let's really get down to the meat and potatoes. I asked you a very clear question. Why are people showing up in these town halls upset and angry because what you're selling isn't actually translating to what they're experiencing?
So you're talking about Democratic town halls?
No, we're talking about people showing up because
Republican
Social Security is going to be, potentially cut, is what we're hearing.
It's going to be not touched.
Let me go down this road with him real quick. Sir, you said
it's not going to be touched. Social Security will not be touched.
Sir, you said you lived in Scottsdale, Arizona, correct?
He's already, Donald Trump has already said that.
In Scottsdale, Arizona, correct? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, Scottsdale, Arizona. I lived there when every plot of land had to be 2 acres. Remember that? How long have you lived there?
No, I don't remember that.
Every plot of land had to be 2 acres to live in Scottsdale, Arizona. I lived there then. I now live near a community called South Lake. Are you familiar with South Lake?
South Lake is where?
South Lake, Texas.
No.
So you've never heard of South Lake Carroll High School?
Nope.
You know the football team that went and actually beat a college team, a high school football team that actually went and beat a college team?
Never heard of it.
No, it was really big news, and it's one of the most affluent areas in America. Okay?
Great.
And sir, I want to make sure you understand something. This is a community that is 80% Republican voters. 80% Republican voters.
Yeah.
Okay.
They filled, and this is not a small city hall. It holds almost 600 people.
Okay.
Filled City Hall when their Republican representative decided not to show up, and they were highly upset, sir. It's national news.
What's your point? What's your point?
If people like you,
you're talking about town halls as compared to
people
what's going on in this
like
country.
you think for a second that Republicans are not pissed off too by what's going on right now,
that part.
You're not.
Wrong.
That's what we're Bill.
Not in touch with what's going on. You're not.
Bill,
in touch.
Sir, you came up here making a lot of claims. Gas is down,
and we annihilated those claims.
We know why eggs are moving back and forth. To be honest,
of course you do, because it has nothing to do with anything
because of the
Trump's
bird.
doing.
So, sir, these things, we understand these things because we actually research them.
Right.
But, sir, people like you that
electronic company owner,
that prices aren't going up, inflation's not going up, okay, that unemployment's not going up,
right,
are a problem. And people in these communities are pissed.
I love it when you guys
hold
come
on,
up
sir.
here.
You know what?
60 days into the White House. 60 days.
Do you know what
Love
people in heavily affluent areas are involved in most of the time?
Think about it, Bill.
Do you even have a clue?
Listen, all you're doing is spouting off.
I'm not spouting anything, sir.
You think you can sit here and just talk.
People, see, you wanted to get into.
Do you know what's going on in this world, sir?
Maryland. Bill,
you walked right down this path, sir.
No, I didn't.
When you're
electronics. You're a
Bill
electronics
that actually affect manufacturing in this country, that actually affect business in this country, that actually affect the oil business.
He's sucking
in this
up
country,
is what you're doing.
That actually affect the defense industry in this country and manufacturing that already exist. Okay, sir. What happens is the stock market tumbles.
Is that right, Val? You like to hear yourself talk?
When the stock market tumbles, sir, affluent areas are going to get pissed off.
Right. I know. You're in a...
So, Bill, here's the thing. What I'm trying to do is let people who are showing up to these town halls be heard, all right, and give people perspective. And what we are hoping you understand in this moment is that these are not just Democrats, Bill, that are hosting these staged town halls. It's like Val is saying, these are real Republicans. And the reality that you're painting, all right, isn't aligning with Americans all over the country. You see AOC, she's selling out. People are very upset. And this game you're all playing, blame the Democrats, it's starting to come down. It's starting to crumble right before your very eyes. And you have, honestly, no answers, Bill. Do you not see this? Because unfortunately, you know, I just feel like nothing's getting through to you. You're not being transparent. We can't get you to answer questions about what tariffs are, who pays them. You know, you're just sitting up there and you're literally freaking out over every single thing we say. And it's just not right, Bill. It's just not right. Bill. We've gotten to that moment, bro, where unfortunately Big Zeus has to do.
This might be one of my most enjoyable Lake of Fires.
Yeah. Bill, if you don't mind, could you come off of mute and honestly, it's judgment time, and we want to know, as a CEO of 4 businesses, do you honestly think Donald Trump is helping your businesses, you know, be more successful or less successful by basically targeting the American people and making sure they don't have any money to spend, right? Does that help your business, Bill? Bill, hit unmute, please, if you don't mind.
Yeah, it's about time. Isn't it amazing? You love to mute guys like me, but you can't mute guys like Val. And
I didn't do anything.
You got to get your point across, so you mute people.
No.
Like I said, you're fake. This is why this is so fake. This is why you don't resonate with people.
Got it.
Only your own channel. And it's so sad that you do this.
So you
bring
don't
in a
have
guy who doesn't know anything,
Bill,
but claims he does.
Bill, okay, so judgment's here.
Yeah, judgment.
Do you feel like you got anything wrong yet, or are you still going to support Donald Trump?
Listen, you're 60 days into a presidency, and you're sitting here complaining about what's going on. And guess what?
Bill,
talk to me after a year. I told you this early on.
60-day argument.
Talk to me.
Yeah,
hey, Val,
no.
Because
your 60-day argument.
Val.
Hold on a minute.
When I'm talking, you be respectful, Val.
Your
I didn't interrupt you.
60-day argument holds no water.
I didn't interrupt you, Val.
Holds no water, sir. Because
why don't you mute him?
Sir,
why don't you mute him? I was
do you even understand how government works? Do you have the basic ability to understand how government works, sir?
Val, you have no
60-day argument. Hold on, sir.
You have no credibility at all.
Would hold water if the man had not.
All you do is suck up to Zeus.
All right. Well, listen, we can't do the arguing, yelling, and stuff.
You suck up to Zeus. That's what you are.
And so, Bill, you know what, Bill? But see, Bill, now that was a bridge too far, Bill.
Yeah, I know. Muting people is not a bridge too far when you don't like to hear something.
If you would have answered the questions that we've asked, I wouldn't have gone that far. But you haven't answered a single question, and we've answered all of yours, and it's just starting to seem like you're hell-bent on worshiping Donald Trump, sir. So I guess what I gotta do. Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Bill, any last words before I cast you straight to hell into the lake fire? Because you gotta go there, bro. You're lost. Oh, I guess Bill said, I don't got anything else to say, ladies and gentlemen. That's our good friend Bill, who's still worshiping Donald Trump even at his own demise. And he runs 4 businesses, but we don't know how they're doing right now. But we'll check in about May 1st, first 100 days. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Bill straight to hell. Bill, come on, man.
Silence, you MAGA.
See, Bill, since you want to come up here and talk stuff, and you never understand how things really work, especially with online sources and people that follow you and what they'll send you, and you just never know what's going to come to you any given time.
Yeah.
So Bill, this one's for you. I'm going to resist the rest of my time in my closing statement if you'll bring up Jim.
Jim, who's Jim?
Jim and Jewel.
Oh, okay. I don't see Jim Jewel. I don't see her. Okay, yeah. I don't see Jim Jewel, but yeah, if she's here, I'll bring her up, Val.
Bring her up. She's got some fun information.
Fair enough. Yeah. I mean, I don't see her, but if she sends a guest request, we would love to have her up here. All right, and educating deranged Bill. Seriously, it's one of the sickest things I've ever seen going on this show. Bill, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, she doesn't want to come up. Okay, she doesn't want to come up. She said that.
All righty then. All right. Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, W Val in the chat, no lies detected.
Bye, y'all.
All right, and so that's what you call, ladies and gentlemen, a huge show of force. Bill, honestly, all we needed you to do is admit that it's the American people who pay those so-called tariffs, and then we needed you to also acknowledge that the golden age, or the day of, what did he call that day? Liberty, the day of liberation, right? April 2nd hasn't occurred. You can't talk about any money that he's bringing in on those tariffs. It's one of the most sad things I've ever seen you do. All right. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, these Trump supporters, they do not have any real answers, all right? All they have are hopes and prayers. Zeus can't debate himself, so he brings up, oh, wait a second. Hold on, Miles. You said I can't debate? Come on up here. If you don't mind, Miles, come on up here. You said that I can't. Miles, please come show me how you debate, and we'll get this squared away. All right? It won't take a minute, but let's just take 2 seconds, Miles. Miles, you said that I can't debate or I can't do it on my own. So, Miles, I'm giving you an opportunity of a lifetime, bro. Come up here and talk to Big Zeus. W. Rick in the chat. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Miles, he's sitting his special behind down. See, ladies and gentlemen, I understand I got a lot of you folks out there triggered, especially your Trump supporters. But like I said at the top of my show,
if you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy,
Miles,
in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
Lady Boss
very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. All right, Miles? So listen, if y'all don't want to be educated and y'all want to continue to dwell in darkness, all right, like I said at the top of the show, you go ahead and hang out with those fake TikTok hosts because they'll lie to you. I have no reason to lie to you, Trump supporters. I already know what's going to end up happening to you. We've been predicting it. We've been telling you you're going to end up regretting your vote. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. W. Nadine. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right on up here. Please be civil. Learn how to be cordial, and let's have the conversation. You don't got to get up here and show your rear end like Bill did, all right? I mean, I will honestly give you the benefit of the doubt and hear what you got to say, but you got to get it out. All right. Good morning. Who do we got here? Frank. How you doing, Frank? Hey! W. Kabira. So, Frank, you voted for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
All right. What part of the country? What part of the country are you
in? America.
Okay. What do you got?
North Carolina. I just want to ask. Well, who do you think you are? Like you're not a god sending.
I am the guardian of Olympus and Democrats.
You call yourself Zeus. You're not anything.
Well, Triple H too. You know why I call myself Triple H?
You're not a god.
Do you know why I call myself Triple H?
Who are you? You will find out on Judgment Day who you really are. You're not a god. You don't have any authority to.
Actually, you know what I thought about? Go ahead, finish doing what you were doing.
Very weak-minded person on here.
Yeah, God, I've been waiting for you.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you.
Now, what were you saying?
Nothing.
Huh?
Guys, we don't
And you know, you're talking about yourself. Finish telling us about who you are. Who tell us?
I want to know, why do you send people to hell? You're not God. You don't have nothing. Why do you just play us down like that?
You need a tissue?
Who are you?
You need a tissue?
Nothing. No, I'm just.
You're crying this morning, huh? Zeus got under your skin.
And you name yourself Zeus.
Triple H?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're here. Hey, think about that. You came here to see me and tell me that? Okay. Well, you know what I'm going to do? Hold on, this is my favorite part. I'm going to hit mute real quick. This is my favorite part. Gotta be able to hold that note right there like that, yeah. All right. And that part, that really tugs at the emotions right there, all right, Frank? And I know you're hurt right now, so Frank, here's what I'm going to do. W Zeus in the chat, number 1. That's how you silence a demon. Frank, here's what I'm going to do. Frank. I'm going to warm up the lake of fire, all right? And what I'll do, ladies and gentlemen, Frank, you asked me who am I to send you straight to hell. Well, let me show you. Frank, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H? Well, the first H is because I'm honest. The second H is because I'm humble. And the last H is because, well, I'm handsome. And Frank, I'm going to show you who I am. When you wake up in the morning and look as ugly as you do, Frank, and then you come into the kingdom trying to climb Mount Olympus and cry like you did, it's a sign of weakness, bro. You need to get a life and you need to grow up. And I think I got the right thing to do. I got the right medication for you, Frank. It's called a first-class trip straight to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, the lake of fire is piping hot. And it's ready for Frank to get thrown in there. So, ladies and gentlemen, join me in sacrificing another MAGA demon named Frank and sending his special behind straight to hell. Ladies and gentlemen, here it comes.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Hey, Frank, maybe you didn't get the heads up, but Donald Trump already told us everything we need to know about you.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
Which one is it, Frank? Let me give it to you again.
You're either stupid or you hate the country.
W Zeus in the chat. Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. All right, W. Marissa, thank you. You know they say punks jump up to get beat down, so to speak. All right, and that's exactly what that was. All right, seriously, if we have real honest Trump supporters out there, put a 1 in the chat. I'll bring you up, and we'll try to have honest and serious discussion real quick, this bright and early on a Tuesday morning. But we don't need Zeus haters to come up here and ask me who I think I am. Oh my goodness. Just think of me as your worst nightmare, all right? And that's just how the cookie crumbles. All right, we got another guest. Snoop. Come on up here, Snoop. I feel like I've talked to Snoop before, honestly. I think I've spoken to Snoop before. Guards are up. Snoop, please come on up here. It doesn't matter. And Miles, if you don't mind, Miles, I haven't forgotten what you said. You said that I can't, have conversations on my own, so I'm curious about you, Miles, if you're willing to actually be brave enough to get up here and actually explain or express how you feel about Big Zeus too. All right, don't worry, I got tools for that. Snoop.
Yes, sir.
We spoke before?
Yes, sir.
Well, why are you back?
What you mean, why am I back?
Yeah. What did we talk about? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I said, what did we talk about last time?
we talked about Trump last time.
And you're still supporting him.
I'm still supporting him.
What
It's
part
only
of
been,
the
it's only been what 5-6 weeks.
Yeah.
It hasn't been 6 months yet.
Has he done anything yet
Yeah.
since he's gotten into office? From your point of view, has he done anything yet to actually help you out?
To help me out personally? No,
Yeah. Nah, man, that's crazy. That's crazy. What about your grocery prices? He hasn't done anything yet?
Yeah, well, grocery prices are starting to come down a little.
Oh, like what? Like what? Like those bags of chips, they back to 99 cents?
Yeah, the peanut chews.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't understand what you got then. You know, it seems to me like we're still where we were last time we checked in, and you're still not waking up out of the fog you're in, brother. I really would like for you to start like. Have you ever voted Democrat before? Are you one of those brothers that used to say I voted for Obama and but the Democrat Party let me down? Is that where you at?
Yes, exactly.
How did the Democrat Party let you down?
During the Obama administration.
What happened?
During the Obama administration. Obama was supposed to do this and that for blacks, and he didn't do nothing for black.
Well, he only had 8 years. I mean, reversing everything that this country has been doing took hundreds of years to get to where we're at. You thought one brother was going to do it in 8 years? Come on, give him a little time.
Okay, so
why are you so hard on Obama, bro?
So do you honestly think that that Trump is going to mess the world up?
Yeah, Obama gave you Obamacare. That counts, right? Health is wealth. You ain't giving a brother no credit for that. Come on, man.
Obamacare, okay.
You don't give him nothing?
I ain't give him nothing.
So
I just said that.
But I'm trying to shatter this narrative that the Democrat Party has let black men down. And Obama went in there. They got on him over. See, now that it's coming back, they got on him over a tan suit. Did you have a problem with the tan suit?
No, I have a problem at all with the tan suit.
But you see what I'm saying, though.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
You gotta go.
Are you going to your program tomorrow?
Oh, you going to your appointment tomorrow?
What time are you going to be back?
What time are you going to be back? I know what he's doing over there. You getting that Obamacare right now, huh? Huh, Snoop? You got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Obama. So, Snoop, thank Obama for that. See how God works? Snoop, see how God caught you and exposed you.
Expose me. But
you getting Obamacare and you still disrespecting that man.
I don't have Obamacare.
Sure you don't, Snoop. Sure you don't. You got Trump care, huh? You got Trump care, huh?
I got Medicare.
You don't get it.
You got Medicare.
God is exposing you all over.
Man, you must be. You're a comedian. I like you, man. You're a comedian. You should be on stage.
Well, you know what I say.
You
know what I say. You know when people tell me that. You know what I say. Let me see if I got it for you because I want you to. Because it's funny you said that. It's funny you said that.
You should be on stage, man. Because you are a comedian.
I thought I had it, but here's the thing. Let me see.
In many ways,
this is part.
Donald Trump is an unserious man.
That's what I want you to hear. See how
but
they laughing?
The consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious.
Do you catch what she meant by that, brother?
Yeah, I could.
What she mean by that? What does she mean by that?
She said, what do you mean what she mean by that? It's going to be some serious consequences. Putting that man back in power.
But the point she made was in a way he's entertaining you, you laughing, you having a good time with Donald Trump, ain't you?
No, I'm not having a good time with Trump. No, I'm not. No.
Okay. No. All right. Well, listen, Snoop. I don't know where you're at right now, but I gotta go. But it was a pleasure talking to you. All right. I hope you get it straightened out, ladies and gentlemen. W Zeus in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. I already know. I know this moment right here. This is a guy that likes to get up here and pretend like he's a Trump supporter, but then, he doesn't want to admit that he is a Trump supporter. It's a weird thing he's got going on. So, ladies and gentlemen, I know who he is again. Let's warm up the lake of fire. We're going to send deranged Snoop, who we just caught in 4K getting Obamacare. He doesn't know it. But we just caught deranged Snoop benefiting from Barack Obama's presidency, but he's still disgruntled because guess what? Obama didn't wipe his butt with some Charmin toilet tissue. Ladies and gentlemen, let's send Snoop straight to hell. Side of the aisle you're on, bro. Get out of here, Snoop. Silence. God's talking to the nation. All right, let's bring it up. Bring up the next panelist. Who do we got? V. Dawson. Good morning. How are you doing? I see that you sent Big Zeus a guest request. What do you got for us? V. Dawson. V. Dawson, are you there? You sent me a guest request. What's going on? Oh, V. Dawson, you don't want to talk to me? Okay, all right, fair enough. All right. Let's see. Who do we have next then? All right. You see what we got, ladies and gentlemen? You see what we got? Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got? Oh, my good friend, the beautiful Jess. Welcome. Hi, Jess. Hi, Jess. How are you doing?
I'm great. How you doing?
I'm all right. I am all right. We got Trash Bait. He wants to talk. Did you say something to him? Why does he want to talk to us this morning? I don't know
Trash
why.
Bait? Oh,
Yeah.
man. I don't know why Tricky Dicky wants to get up in a box. He loves you, Zeus.
No, absolutely not, Jess. It's you. Remember, they're not after me. They're after you. I'm just in the way.
Yeah, what a shame, too. I really wanted to tell Bill there's no crying in baseball.
Oh.
He told us to Google him.
Yeah. Oh.
Mind you, I was...
Uh-oh. No, Jess, come on back. Jess, where did you go? Jess?
Sorry, I got a phone call. I'm going to work early.
Okay.
It's my liberal job. I got to make this quick.
Okay.
So, Bob or Bill, whatever his name is, told us to Google him, right? Right here it says, Bill was asked to attend a workout in Florida for the Cincinnati Reds. Chief Bender, a scout for the Reds, signed Bill to a single A contract to play for the Cedar Rapids Reds. The single A affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds, located in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, a affiliation of the Midwest Baseball League. Bill could not pass a physical and was later released. So then he started working behind the scenes and helping.
Oh, W.
But also, I swear, that poor guy.
Wow, Bill.
When you're putting blanket tariffs across multiple countries, that is an outright tax on the consumer, no matter what way you cut it. Because we rely on imports. And not only that, like I said, multiple countries. So that's across how many goods and services in our lovely nation?
Wow.
Mark Cuban covered this during the campaign many times. Many economists covered this during the campaign many times. We had so much hope with Kamala, and now what is the middle class going to do?
Lord have mercy.
What are these people who want to become homeowners going to do when they can't even afford Christmas for their kids?
Tell them, Jess.
Donald Trump is the Grinch who stole your Christmas.
Thank
when you
you.
can't afford Christmas this year, just remember Donald Trump did it.
Hit him with it, Jess. W, Jess.
Just so we're all clear.
Thank you.
And did y'all hear? Did you cover Pete Hegseth? I was getting ready for
Go
work
ahead.
this morning. You talk about Pete?
I did cover his incompetence, but if you don't mind, Jess, you're on a roll. Go ahead. You're on a roll. And say it for these Trump supporters here who are going
What a huge F up, okay? What if this was someone on the left?
Thank you.
Was it
Trash bait?
Joe Biden's defense secretary? It was the trans woman, correct? I forget her name.
Yes.
Yeah. Could you imagine if it was her? They would lose their freaking minds. DEI this, DEI that, and get her out of her position. That's exactly what they would say.
Yep.
Mind you, this man said he would quit drinking if he got his job because he's an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But he won't.
Quit? You think he quit?
No, he was drinking on stage, on camera for the world to see at the, what was it, UN?
Yeah. Ooh.
Come on now.
Wow.
I don't understand. You want to talk about the incompetence of the Biden administration? We never had stuff like this happen. We never had anything like this happen.
Yeah.
This is a national security threat at a way I've never seen before in my
It's like they're literally putting the president at risk, right? They're putting the president at risk. That's why I think Trump is saying and acting the way he's acting. He knows this is not good by no stretch of the imagination. That your highest level officials don't even know how to communicate.
Nope. And can I just say before I have to go because my boss called me again.
You better get there. Don't let them get you.
I know. So Pete is a DUI hire. They don't deserve their positions. Oh goodness, what else was I going to say? Whatever. It's fine. Have a great day.
All right.
Have a lovely day.
All right, you too. And thank you
for bringing me up.
Thank you for bringing that information to us about Bill. It really did. It made me feel really good now. All right. Thank you so much.
He's a can't hack it baseball player. That's why he's got that old photo from him in college. Anyways.
All right.
Bye,
all right.
everybody.
W, Jess. If I were a Trump supporter, honestly, I would be embarrassed, honestly. And this is why you're seeing this, especially on this app, ladies and gentlemen. There's a shortage of people out here who supported Donald Trump that are actually willing to actually have a serious conversation about the things the Trump administration has done that is actually helping the American people. And so what they'll do is they'll get up here, and I call it off the focus behavior. They'll bring up everything except for the stuff you're talking about. We're talking about what are you doing now to deliver for the American people? And look at where we're at right now. What, 60 days or so into the Trump administration? We got the Trump administration invoking what is that act? What is this? The State Secrets Act, right? They're invoking the State Secrets Act to justify robbing Americans of due process and just sending them to concentration camps. They're also now dealing with a violation of national secrets by the intelligence agency instead of actually using proper channels to communicate war plans. They're defaulting to third-party apps like Signal, and they're getting caught in record time. And all of this place the entire United States of America at risk. We've never had this much incompetence, ladies and gentlemen, in any administration ever, like we got going on right now. And these Trump supporters, to this day, they will continue to defend this. They can continue to defend this in ways you just can't imagine. And get mad at me, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm delivering this truth at record speed. It's like I said, ladies and gentlemen.
If you're not happy here,
Trump is
then
dangerous.
you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. You hear that? All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter, and we'll bring you right on up here, ladies and gentlemen. And it doesn't take long. It says Senator Wyden calls for the resignation over the war plans group chat. How many of you think these folks need to be, basically they need to resign because of the violations? How many of you folks think they need to resign? Because somebody got to do it. Somebody got to go to hell. Thank you. Yes. Look at all these. Yep. Look at all these people. These are real patriots, ladies and gentlemen. These are absolute real patriots. W to the chat. Good morning, Takesha. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm all right. They decisions were designed yesterday. Yeah. I'm doing all right, but I don't feel safe in this country, even though the Trump administration claims they're doing all these deportations. The information that came out about the violations of our, national security through those text message signal, I don't feel safe. What about you?
Zeus, that text message reminds me that would be just like me texting my girlfriends to talk about a man I'm dating and adding him to the doggone text. That's just what they did. I mean, let's just be honest. But I told you.
Yeah.
Before Trump took office, I gave y'all a scripture. And that scripture was saying that the Lord was going to put people over the people who were like children and babies. Children and babies lack understanding until you teach. I told y'all what was going to happen, and y'all didn't pay me no attention.
Wow.
I told y'all he was going to allow these people to get in, and they weren't going to know what to do. And it's on display, Zeus.
Yeah.
I told y'all that the supply chain was going to be interrupted. I told y'all all this from that very scripture.
Amen.
The Bible is being fulfilled, and I'm sitting
back
on the porch with my legs crossed, with my lemonade. But I wanted to know where them eggs went down at, because I went to Walmart.
Talk to him.
Saturday.
Okay.
No, that was Sunday after I left the comedy
That's
club.
closer, yeah.
And I didn't see anything that went down.
Neither have I.
I didn't see any prices going down, Zeus. What I saw was prices going up. So I'm trying to figure out what state he live in so I could call Kay Ivy and let her know that the stuff going down in other states, and she need to get on it.
Amen.
So she can get the stuff down in our state.
Amen. I haven't seen the egg prices going down. I haven't seen gas prices going down. But they keep running around here and repeating it because Donald Trump said it.
Right. And then, Zeus, another thing. They keep talking about Trump has only been in office such and so and so. They giving him so much of a grace period. They giving him so much grace. But Biden was in office 3 weeks, and they was blaming Biden for everything that went on, including the pandemic. So they just need to stop being hypocrites. Now all of a sudden, y'all want to give somebody grace because it's Donald Trump. You're such hypocrites.
Yeah.
You're such hypocrites. It's just sickening, Zeus, the way they loving and hovering over this one man. And he keep lying to him, and the more he lie, the more they soak up in it.
They in a lot of trouble, wouldn't you say? Because at a certain point, it's going to be payday. You know what they say, every dog has its day, so to speak. In their consequences, reaping what you sow, so to speak.
Zeus, they gonna reap what they sow, but what they gonna do? They're never gonna blame Donald Trump. It's gonna be everybody else's fault. But Donald Trump. It's gonna be Pete Hegseth. It's gonna be all of them. They're gonna throw Elon Musk in there, JD Vance, who don't even know if he got a job. They're gonna throw all those people in there, and they're gonna say that all of them were rhinos and they were against Trump. Give it a couple of more months. They're rhinos.
Yeah.
They were in there to try to destroy Trump. That's what happened. Trump did the best he could for this country, and the people he had working for him, they just tried to destroy him. So, they're rhinos.
Oh.
That's going to be the talking point.
That's not an acceptable answer for you right now, is it?
It's definitely not. But what was funny was when that man said that terrorists was a negotiating tool. I said, you know what? I can't do these people.
Yeah.
And these people can't even do themselves.
Nope.
They're funny. They're hilarious. They're uneducated. They don't know anything, and they get up in the box like they Einstein and get laughed out the box every time. So.
Yep. They do. They're a joke at this point. I mean, but they're dangerous, right? Because these people can actually go out and vote. Isn't that crazy?
It is. It's very. It's not scary to me.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing that we look like this to the rest of the world. The rest of the world probably get up and jump on their phones just to see what we did that was dumb today in America.
Yeah. I agree. I completely agree. And they know it. And they know that this is probably the worst thing that's ever happened in the world, honestly, in the past 300-400 years. Letting a group of people who are incompetent run the most powerful government on the planet. How sad.
Zeus,
Yeah.
I gave y'all that scripture and I told y'all what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you see it's happening. I told y'all that scripture said that he going to put babies and children over the people because they were unlearned and didn't know nothing. And that's what's going on. And it's
Yeah.
funny to me.
Yeah.
It's comical.
Yeah, well, we're gonna make sure they get it all right, Takesha. But I might have to bring you up depending on what's going on. But as always, thank you for honestly
You're
being
welcome,
able to
friend.
volunteer your hard-earned time to get up here and deliver the truth the way that you do.
Well, thank you so much, Zeus, and thank y'all for the gifts.
Yes, you're welcome. Oh my God, look at that! You have a lot of fans. W Takesha in the chat,
All
ladies and
right.
gentlemen. No lies detected. No lies detected. There we go. There we go. Okay, there you go. Okay. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. I'll bring you right on up here. It won't take long to get through this. All right. It's so easy, ladies and gentlemen, to debunk these liars, these hypocrites, these. As far as I'm concerned, I got enough evidence to actually. It looks like crimes are being committed because you got to ask yourself, why are we communicating on a third party app? All right. Who? Oh, let's see who. Okay, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. All right, let's see. Oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This won't take long.
What are we crying about this morning, Zeus? I mean, you cry every morning, bro.
What are
you crying about?
I gotta ask you an honest question. The breach.
Name the crime.
The breach with the text messages.
What breach?
What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts?
What's the breach?
No,
Tell
seriously.
me what the breach was. I'm serious.
You want me to hit? Okay, how about this? I'm glad that you asked that because I don't want to mix it up. All right, but let me give it to you.
The stunning sharing of sensitive military operations by top Trump administration officials through a group chat on the Signal app. The editor-in-chief of The Atlantic, Jeffrey Goldberg, reported yesterday that National Security Advisor Mike Waltz inadvertently added him earlier this month to a group chat about military strikes on Yemeni Houthi.
All right, so you got that. Honestly, if you could honestly express...
That's nothing. That's what is that? That's nothing.
Okay, so you don't think that's an issue.
How is that a breach of what? A breach of what, Zeus?
Well, do you think they should be sharing classified information on a Signal, military intelligence and stuff like that? You think so?
They do that all the time between apps.
Who?
It's encrypted. That app is encrypted end to end, bro.
So it's acceptable to you?
Of course. That's how they do business.
Okay.
We think they call each other on the phone? You think they call each other on the cell phone, dude?
So if Joe Biden would have done that, you would have basically got up here and said, "Thank you, I support Joe Biden doing that." You would have done that.
Joe Biden's doing worse than that, dude.
Okay, so
remember the quid pro quo?
No.
If you don't fire the guy, I'm not giving you the $1 billion. Remember that?
No, not at all. Actually, I think he was following through on what Obama said needed to be done in that moment because Joe Biden wasn't the president, right?
Obama told him not to.
Okay, so you have nothing.
Remember, Obama said, "Get your son away from Ukrainians." Yes, he did.
Okay.
Stop it, dude.
So here we go again.
Those are facts.
No.
I'm giving you facts. You're giving me fallacies. You see the difference there?
No. Here's what I noticed.
Facts. You're giving me your opinions.
Here's what I noticed, sir. All right, and it pains me to actually say, sir, but I don't know what else to say at this point about you other than you're a disgrace. Here's the thing. I'm talking to you about
as a black man. You are crying on TikTok.
Oh,
a grown black man crying on TikTok.
You think so?
I know so.
And guess what,
dude? There's nobody doing anything like you. You're the only one crying on TikTok.
Well, thank you. As long as
all the other black people are moving to the right, bro, you're the only one staying to the left.
So, okay, and
You're
I'll get it.
One staying to the left.
Hold on, I'll get into that in just a quick split second. Here's the thing, though. I'm bringing up serious matters. Your president, his life could have been put in danger because of the incompetence and here you are. You want to talk about me being a black man in America?
His life wasn't in danger.
No, you don't know that. You don't know that. Because if we got this, then where's that?
Opinion. That's your opinion, my
Okay,
man.
so you don't think this is a risky thing to do and use third-party apps, and instead you want to talk about me being a black man in America.
No.
And here's the thing, I get it. You're obsessed
you're a black
with
man on TikTok crying every morning.
And I get it. listen. I get it. You're obsessed with Big Zeus. You want to be black. I get it.
No.
No. You drive. Listen. I saw your page. I saw your
smart black people are moving.
I had to mute him. I saw his page. He drives a huge, big black pickup truck. All right, and you know what he's trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, make up for something that he's just not really equipped, and that's what this is about.
What did I tell you?
And no. Let's just be honest. Let's just be honest. You're jealous. I gotta tell him this. I gotta tell him this too. He's jealous because I'm more handsome than him. I look way better than you.
Smart black people.
he doesn't know what he's talking about. I literally am.
People are in your live right now.
Okay. Well, listen, he can't contain himself. So what I'm going to do is, you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go ahead and do him a huge favor. Ladies and gentlemen, that's trash bait. He's jealous of Zeus and all the other brothers on TikTok because guess what? He sees what we're able to do. We're able to boost our engagement. All right. And so we can boost our engagement. While at the end of the day, he's miserable, right? If you go look at his profile, he wants you to. He got a huge, big black truck out there, and you know he's leasing it because he can't afford to pay for it because he's living on the edge. You know, he's just one paycheck away from being broke, all right? And actually, we've exposed him before. He cleans houses for a living, ladies and gentlemen, but he brags that he runs a business. And you ask him, well, how do you pay your employee? He says, I pay him with 1099s. This is exactly what makes folks like him very dangerous. I can't believe they allow him to go out and actually cast their vote for a person like Donald J. Trump. If it were up to me, ladies and gentlemen, he would be one of the people that I would say, you know what? You were there on January 6th? Yeah. All right. We should go ahead and make you relinquish your citizenship, right? W. Zeus in the chat. Trash bait, just go ahead and relinquish your citizenship, all right? And in the meantime and in between time, ladies and gentlemen, once again, let's go ahead and send him where he belongs. Straight to hell.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I promise you this, ladies and gentlemen, and it's the weirdest thing. You know how Trump supporters, they hate everything DEI, right? Oh, we don't want to do identity politics. 99.9% of the stuff that they are talking about is tied to DEI. It's the most craziest. They're worried about the trans community. They're worried about what women is doing. They're worrying about what people of color are doing. They are literally obsessed with this, but then they will walk around and say, oh, we hate DEI. No, you don't. You love it. All right. You love DEI. And as a matter of fact, I said to myself, I wish y'all would actually really live up to the words and say you don't like DEI, because I go to these restaurants and I see them sitting in these restaurants and I can't help but think to myself, like, are y'all really eating food from other cultures and stuff like that? Are y'all really sitting here listening and consuming content from other races? You know, because they listen to this rap music and stuff like that, and it does a number to. How do y'all really sit back and take in all that people of color, people with different disabilities, nationalities, religions? How do you sit there and just take that in and then turn around and say you hate it? You've been exposed once again to be some of the worst, and truly, ladies and gentlemen, the scum of the earth. Let me bring up my next panelist. Good morning. Who do we got? Oh my goodness, W in the chat, Union Gang. These are a bunch of hypocrites. Greetings, brother.
Bro? Power to the people.
Power to the people. Yes. How are you doing, man?
Oh, you know, I watched this other clown in there they would defend anything, right?
Yeah.
They would defend anything. You got a guy out here who is drunk texting out national defense secrets.
This part.
Before the attack begins. Right? It's not even about the Houthis at this point. It's about putting the pilots' lives in danger.
Yeah.
This is information no one needed access to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What does the Secretary of Treasury need to know with a detailed attack plan? And anybody who's been any time in the Army and the military, we know. If they're giving you weather conditions, that's how specific that stuff is.
Yeah.
They're giving you maximum information on the ground, target types of people, or the ammunition used, all of this type of stuff.
Yeah.
Only a fool would take that type of classified information and put it on Signal. You got whole apps you can talk to on. You got SIPRNet you can use. You have secure phones that you can talk to on that's completely secret. You can bring everybody in your skiff and talk about it, but these guys are unqualified.
Wow.
When you got a drunk major in the place of a general, you're going to have stuff like this happening, right? When he can't quite get it right, he's like,
yeah.
He's out there, he's like, hey.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, man, you see this, man? Watch the F-15.
Wow.
Man, run Houthi, right?
Wow.
This is just, out of everything about MAGA that makes my blood boil, the worst is the sheer incompetence.
Wow.
You could be a better Secretary of Defense, Zeus.
I could.
Because you at least have enough sense to know, hey, you know what? I'm out my depth. Let me go grab one of these 4-star generals who do know how to do this.
Yeah.
And let them and follow their script.
Yep.
Right? But they all have one thing. They got one mission. They find Trump right cheek and they put their lips right on it. That's their job. That's the only thing they can do. Every pick that he has, that is their job. They get up in the morning and plant that right there in their cheek. Good morning, Trump. Complete morons. Complete morons. Could not know how to do basic stuff. Could not lead to save your life if you had to.
Wow.
They don't have zero leadership skills. Remember, this guy's at Fox News. He out here, you know how sensitive this information is?
Yeah.
You're not even allowed to have electronics in these places.
Yes.
And you out here tweeting attack plans, active attack plans. They got an Air Force airman sitting in prison for 15 years.
Yeah, wow.
He didn't tweet out live attack plans.
Yes.
And he doing 15 years in the pen, and he didn't tweet out live attack plans. Just to let you know, and we just 60-something days in.
Yeah. Ain't that something? Let me ask you a quick question, though. Do you think this places the president himself at risk when you know that they could be doing stuff like this, right? You know what I'm saying? Because, to me, I was like, we went through the whole Butler incident, and you probably experienced, too. They were trying to say it was the Democrats, right? It was the Democrats. No. But now you're seeing just how bright the people around him are. They're doing a terrible job at protecting him.
This is Trump's doing, guys. Look, here's the thing. Look how the Secret Service reacted. Right? No time in history have you seen fools out here talking about fight, taking selfies after you had live rounds flying past you. Because Trump is a quicker effer-upper. Right? He degrades everything around him. Right? In a situation like that, you take all commands from your security team. Got it. Trump is still, his ego won't allow for that. So he's like, no, wait, let me get my shoe. And wait a second. Fight. Meanwhile, a second sniper's like, I got you, bro. And that's it. So if something happened, these guys are, here's the thing. All you gotta do is hack Pete Hegseth's phone and you go get everything you need. This is not their first time being on Signal. Right, so they're going to go out here and take information that does not belong anywhere on a Signal chat and put it out here and talk to their buddies, and our adversaries are going to know.
And that's the concern. That's the concern that I have. I said, because, when people usually get caught, it's not their first time doing it. It's their first time getting caught. So the amount of, comfort they had where not one person in there said, hey, guys, this isn't a situation. We shouldn't even be on this app. You know what I mean? Like, even if I was added to the app, I would have been like, I'm not replying to none of the stuff going on in here because I don't need to be in this. But no one said that.
The fact the reporter had more integrity. The reporter, he was redacting information. And I knew when he gave the weather and how he was breaking it down, I'm like, that's the attack plans, dude. Wow. That I already know. I've been in enough of them. I've seen it. We did training on them. I'm like, that's exactly how them briefings go. Wow. And it normally has something like secret, man, SCI, top secret in there. Yeah. Hey, we not talking, no foreign, none of that. All that stuff is in there. Yeah. And so for him to take this, even putting it on Signal is a crime, just so everybody understand.
Thank you.
Right. Even if you're still in the government and the military, you can't even look at it. That's how secret this shit is. Everybody, sorry about that. That's how secret everything is. If a soldier went back and looked at the leak, they could charge them. Really? They could punish them. Yes. If it's spilled, you still can't look at it. You still cannot go look at it. That's how that works.
And I'm pretty sure that might have been why he came forward. Is that probably why the reporter came forward, right? Because he's in it now. So,
Yes.
He got to come forward, and if not, then they could probably try to get him for doing something with that information, right? So, I mean, Kabira, she said she wants to talk to you, brother. Kabira, are you still here? You said you wanted to talk to her. Come on up here, Kabira. Where you at, sister? All right, come on up here. All right, because I know time is limited. Seriously. No, and it is a big deal, Trash Bait. You can sit there and pretend like it's not all you want to, but those people and those of us who have family members that, are in the armed services, we know this is dangerous stuff that's going on. Good morning, Kabira. How are you doing?
Good morning, Zeus. How are you?
I'm all right.
Hey, good morning, Master Sergeant. You know what? Hold on a second.
Uh-oh.
All right, I got you now. I had a call come in. Good morning, Master Sergeant. I see you all the time, and I just wanted to give you my props. I'm proud of you, brother.
Thank you.
You have spoken the truth. I was just a lonely sergeant in the Army, E5, not a Spec 5, but E5. And everything he's telling you is true. I had a secret clearance, and certain things, I was in Signal. All right? So I dealt with a lot of, I repaired communications equipment, all right? And so everything that I did, people who would bring their equipment to us, they couldn't even go past the desk. End of story.
Yeah.
Because it was things back there that they're not supposed to know. Now, I just had a secret clearance. The guys who were in the building next to us, they had a top secret clearance. When I went to their door to give them a piece of equipment, I had to knock on the door, and they would open just a little window. All right? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Pete Hegseth and those clowns, they should be prosecuted. I hate to say it. Give them due process first. Give them their due process. Right now, like I told you, I work for GE. And on my company phone, we are not even allowed to download any type of social apps, any type of messaging apps, because China could steal our information. When we want to communicate with each other, we have a GE-specific communication app that we could talk to each other with, or we email each other with, right? We even have where if periodically they give us phishing tests, and we're to look at that email address before we even open up that email. And many of times it's a test just to see if you will pass the phishing test, or if you're opening it up maybe to let China come in and steal company information. Because we know China wants to steal our information on aviation, right? On power. We know this. So Pete Hegseth and all those clowns that were involved in that, as you said, Zeus, you look at it and say, wait a minute, I don't want no parts of this. This is looking pretty janky to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. It just gets my goat when I saw that yesterday. I said, oh my God. Last week, what did Pete Hegseth do? He wanted to give Elon access to the Pentagon.
Oh.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So, I mean, how low are we going to low for the level of incompetence from this guy? And who knows what he's done before he wanted to give access to Elon, let Elon have access to the Pentagon, right? And once Trump found out, oh, no. And Trump always wants to throw the blame off on other people. I mean, how much did Trump really know? And I'm beginning to wonder, even with the flights going over here, what was it, AutoPen, Trump? Did you sign this with AutoPen? They made a big deal about a Biden doing with the AutoPen.
Yeah.
Now, it's either you're lying, you have dementia, or it's AutoPen going on. So, I mean,
all the above.
And then I say to myself, this big meeting they're having regarding the strike in Yemen, where was the president? So that lets me think that all of this is going on behind his back. Where's Trump? A lot of things are going on behind his back. If he is telling the truth, well, I don't know about this. So then they're doing things behind his back.
Ooh.
So who's really in charge?
It just, to me, I just can't get over the fact that they would be so careless and reckless with information like this. What do you think is possibly going on behind the scenes? They're doing this kind of stuff behind his back. Why wouldn't they go through the proper channels?
That's above my pay grade. Master Sergeant can answer that.
Because they're doing dirt.
Oh.
Right? The only reason you would use Signal that's not authorized to be used because you're doing dirt. And they're so used to doing dirt, they don't want to be held accountable. Remember, at this high level, everything you do is documented. That way they can go back and see what they could do better, areas they can improve in. But now it's just a clown car. Right? Imagine taking the fact that you, like I say, even the act of taking top secret information, like an attack plan, like an active attack plan, was absolutely top secret, compartmentalized information. And even the act of transferring that to a Signal device on your phone, it's your personal phone, because no government is using Signal, guy. So you put it on your personal phone, that's a crime in itself. That's a crime. Just transferring information is a crime.
Wow.
And
but
so
they're
the fact
saying
that he went out here and transmitted this to his buddies, it's madness.
Okay, but wait a second. Now, let's get into what Pete Hegseth said. Let's listen to this. I mean, is this a good defense?
Deceitful and highly discredited so-called journalist who's made a profession of peddling hoaxes time and time again, to include the hoaxes of Russia, or the fine people on both sides hoax, or suckers and losers hoax. So this is a guy that peddles in garbage. This is what he does. I would love to comment on the Houthi campaign because of the skill and courage of our troops. I've monitored it very closely from the beginning. And you see, we've been managing 4 years of deferred maintenance under the Trump administration. Our troops, our sailors were getting shot at as targets. Our ships couldn't sail through. And when they did shoot back, it was purely defensively or at shacks in Yemen. President Trump said, no more. We will reestablish deterrence. We will open freedom of navigation, and we will ultimately decimate the Houthis, which is exactly what we're doing as we speak from the beginning, overwhelmingly. I've heard I was characterized. Nobody was texting war plans, and that's all I have to say about that. Thank you.
So is this argument valid? Cleaning up 4 years of deterrence that wasn't done, and no war plans were shared. Is that true?
No, he just deflected. Right? That's what. Remember, every mock accusation is a confession. Remember, this guy is a Fox News host, right? And so this position is held by a general, right? O-10s. He is a part-time major, woefully unqualified to do stuff, and it shows. Even a government employee understands. You get briefings you have to do every year. Your cyber awareness training. Even a government employee would know that you cannot take anything that you've seen in these classified settings and then transmit that on your phone. You should even have your phone in there. And the fact that he laid it out, all I had to do, once the reporter started talking, I knew it was the attack plans. Because he gave you the format of it. And that's exactly how the format comes down.
Wow.
That's how you know the guy, without even giving up the specifics, the way he laid out the weather and all, I'm like, that's the plan, dude.
Wow.
These are the plans we've used. These are the plans we've used to invade other countries. That's exactly how the op orders go out there when you get no secret briefings.
Wow.
And so I already knew when he said that, man, let's check anybody that would know. And it's easy to verify. Simply take that reporter, take him to Congress, read all the people on, and have him give them the information and see if that matches their attack plans.
Wow.
Too easy.
Wow.
And so if they really want to know the truth, that's how easy they could do it. They're not going to do it. They're going to deflect. They're going to lie. But he gave straight attack plans.
Wow.
All day. Those were actual attack plans. He put those pilots' lives in danger.
Wow. See, it's the utter incompetence. All right. Well, listen, you two, I appreciate having you. All right. W. Rig.
Powerful people, baby.
W. Kabir, ladies and gentlemen. These are real patriots that love their country, unlike a lot of you Trump supporters. All right. Once again, W's in the chat. Thank you, bro. Honestly, I appreciate you too. No lies detected. All righty then, ladies and gentlemen. So as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have an abundance of truth being told. And they're on Capitol Hill right now testifying, oh no, these were not war plans. Well, if they weren't war plans, then why are we even having this discussion? Obviously, they are lying. Let me bring up our next panelists. Who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen? All right, my good friend, brother, Dr. Lex. Welcome, Dr. Lex.
What's up?
How you doing?
Hey, you know something? My uncle retired as a colonel, worked for NORAD, and taught at the Air Force Academy in Colorado.
Right.
Had access to Area 51.
Oh.
He had the top security clearance.
Right.
Okay, so my discussion with him was about this situation. He said that whenever they were programming the Tomahawk missiles, and at the beginning of Desert Storm,
yeah,
he said that you were allowed absolutely no electronic devices at all whatsoever inside within 100 yards of the building.
Yeah.
Okay, so Signal is owned by a third party. It's a third party app.
Wow.
There is a direct line of communication within the United States military that they're required to use because they keep records. Okay, so and then the owner of if you go clear, you can clearly see online where there's fraud within Signal. They use Signal for scamming.
People to use. So you're saying this is an app people go to use in order to further, do more dirt, so to speak, because there's a threshold for crime. People use Signal apps like that to do things, nefarious, so to speak.
Yeah, but I requested originally because I wanted to talk to Trashbait.
Oh, what do you want to say? That knucklehead, that knuckle dragger. Go ahead.
He said smart black people are moving to the right.
Oh,
so that's a discussion that I should have with him.
Oh, you want to talk to him?
Yeah, is he still here?
If Trashbait, please request up real quick. This won't take long. All right. I mean, because he's talking to smart black people that aren't on the right, and he doesn't even get it. Let's see. How do I send him an invite? I can't even send him an invite. His account is so terrible. All right, and ladies and gentlemen, this is a Dr. Lex special for you. All right,
I'm already here, and I was correct. I sent you all the videos, Zeus. All the smart black people, they're moving right to the right, and all you dummies are staying right to the left.
Okay, so are you calling me a dummy, Trashbait?
If you're on the left, yes.
Okay, so what's your highest level of education?
Trade school.
Okay, so how old are you again?
55.
Oh, you're 55. Is that you
Yes.
flexing your muscle in that picture there?
Of course, that's something that would squeeze your neck off.
Okay, so you got to remember, I'm Gen X and I'm country and I'm kind of crazy. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to tell you something.
I remember when you said
Trashbait. Come on, the picture. You told on yourself with that picture.
No,
he said I showed the field in my backyard where I put my permaculture garden.
No,
and there's a lot of acreage back there, and plus it's March. I haven't started cutting your grass yet.
The beat up car you had.
And what beat up car? My AMG.
Yeah, the beat up car you had.
My Mercedes AMG.
The musty ass house you were living in.
Oh, my musty house.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna skip all that. Let's talk about you. And the first thing I'm gonna address is you and your arm there.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
You're 55 years old. Okay, so after 40, you start dropping testosterone.
Correct.
So what happens is people will go and they will enhance their chemical makeup of their body.
Bro. No, I've been training in martial arts for 40 years, bro.
All right, Chris Benoit.
And I go to the gym 6 days a week.
Okay,
yes.
I promise, Trashbait. I promise you, Trashbait. I promise you don't go to the gym because. And Ange, I'll ask Ange to come up here and show the world what you look like, unless you got an updated picture. Please do not start lying about your. Please do not start lying about your physique, bro.
Stop it, Zeus.
Well, then turn your camera on. Then
Zeus, take your hat off and your shirt. Let's go.
Turn your camera.
Turn your camera on.
Take your hat off and your shirt, Zeus, and I'll turn my camera on.
You won't do it.
No, hold on a second. I'll turn my camera on. Zeus, stand up. Take your shirt off and your hat. I'll turn my camera on.
Turn your camera on.
He want a little peep show, don't you? You want a little peep show.
Show that bald head and that skinny ass bird chest.
Okay, so Trashbait. How many amendments are in the Constitution?
There we go. There's my good friend Ange.
Why are you worried about how many amendments in the Constitution?
How many amendments are in the Constitution?
There's
Hi, Ange. Sorry to bring you into this.
Me?
Yes.
Hold on.
The girl that does.
Hold on.
I was playing music. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can. And I'm so sorry to bring you into this situation. All right.
Okay.
Her husband doesn't even allow her to sleep in the same bed as her.
What is he saying?
He's talking about how his wife treats him.
And she's like
his homeless wife left him.
Oh, W, Ange.
Hey, 1 second, guys.
Hold on, this is easy work, ladies and gentlemen. I apologize.
And he is a Teddy Ruxpin doll hooked to a nuclear power plant.
Dang it, I don't have good service where I am. Hold, please.
Your husband doesn't allow you to...
Don't worry. We'll give you the time you need. Go ahead, Dr. Lex. Please continue while
Let Dr. Lex go.
Okay, so how many amendments are in the Constitution? Trash bait. Trash bait. How many amendments are in the Constitution?
500. Ask stupid questions. You get...
So he's got that wrong.
Okay, so Trash bait. Who's the president of Puerto Rico?
I don't care who the president of Puerto Rico is.
This guy right here.
Box.
You need the big box?
Okay, so...
Oh, here you go. There's the big...
fit in completely.
Okay, let's see what we got over there, Ange. What do you got? All right, let's see.
He doesn't know who the president of Puerto Rico is.
Oh, we don't see it yet. We don't see it. Hold on.
Is that when you were cleaning your condominium?
He said he works out how many? 6 days a week.
Oh, okay.
What we're doing down there?
Trash bait. You want to talk about this?
Your muscle, look at you. What's going
Trash
on?
bait.
What's going on?
Hey, Trash bait.
Cut it out.
Please come off mute. Come off mute, Trash bait, and we want to hear from you about
staring at my crotch, Ann.
Yeah.
You want to remember when you said you work out 6 days?
All I can see is that little tire around your waist there. So cut it out.
You don't see no tire around my
waist. You're just jealous. He's trying to you're jealous of that right there.
There you go.
Would you,
See,
look at that.
Okay.
Snapchat filter.
Okay. Now listen.
All right,
thank you, Ange. All right, and W Ange in the chat. W Ange in the chat. Thank you. So we just debunked that lie right there, ladies and gentlemen. All right, and what we want to do is make sure that we don't allow lies like that to continue to be spread in the kingdom. So Trash bait, we've debunked that you work out. You refuse to turn on your camera.
You said you work out. Stand up.
So we got to move on. We got to move on because Dr. Keisha is here, and I didn't know we were going to have this opportunity to have a serious discussion. Yes, all right.
Trash bait. So look upstairs.
Doctors up.
Okay.
Would you look upstairs?
Yeah, he's obsessed. Now, Dr. Lex, do us a huge favor, and you don't need to show that ridiculous photo in this live. W Zeus. Because there's only one handsome person in the kingdom, and you're getting close to that nutty professor territory, Dr. Lex. Seriously.
No,
all right,
we're not doing that.
But I appreciate you doing that in order to get rid of the danger that Trash bait was bringing with that ridiculous photo of himself.
Okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm done. He didn't know who the president of Puerto Rico was, which Puerto Rico's U.S. territory, and the orange. I'm not going to do that.
Thank you.
He said there were 500 amendments in the Constitution.
Right.
It's 27.
Thank you.
Okay, so
he's just lost and he's obsessed with black people. I don't know what's going on.
Really quickly. Okay, so that part. Okay, so since in 2025, why is segregation a part of the conversation? Trash bait. So you don't come on here and opine on behalf of black people when clearly we are being undermined and marginalized all over again.
Thank you.
Let's don't do that.
Thank you. Tell him, Dr. Lex.
If I were you, I would let him on here again. And another thing, Trash bait, you need to do some crunches. A lot of them.
Dr. Lex.
Not crunching on cookies and potato chips.
Yeah. Well, he's gotten his issue, and he's gotten his morsel for the week, all right? And I appreciate all of you, all right? Especially you, Dr. Lex, all right?
All right, well, Dr. Keisha, come up. Dr. Keisha is an amazing, incredibly intelligent doctor. So I'm going to make way for her and roll out the red carpet for what you're going to hear, you're going to use in life going forward.
Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Lex once again totally destroyed Trash bait. It was easy to do. It was really
like a busted can of biscuits.
Oh my gosh. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, when you talk politics and you talk serious things, you occasionally end up dealing with ridiculous stuff like that. Good morning, Dr. Keisha. How are you doing? Thank you. Yes.
Dr. Sherry.
Dr. Sharon. All righty then. I don't see Dr. Sharon, but Dr. Sharon, please send me a guest request. And what we'll do is we'll bring you right on up here. All right, because we got to get this truth out here to each and every American we can. All right, it would be an honor to have you, Dr. Sharon. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Dr. Sharon a round of applause.
We are celebrating Physicians Week.
Okay.
Yeah, we are getting spoiled. We are celebrating ourselves. You know, did you hear about something that happened this weekend?
Well, a lot of things, but I can't.
Well, health related. So, you remember the Health Defense Fund that RFK Jr. used to be over and he relinquished himself in December?
Yes.
So they had a fake CDC site.
Oh, I heard about this. Yeah.
CDC, Dr. Sharon, and they had to take it down. So they literally took the CDC logo. The site looked like CDC, except where it said vaccines don't cause autism. They do.
Wow. So they took this fake website down that MAGA loves to go and use.
Because people brought it up. I truly believe only because people brought it up to his attention, he did it to save face.
Wow. Wow. I mean, obviously, you know, this administration, in terms of the American people and their health, they're going to actually, as far as I'm concerned, cause a lot more harm than they need to because of their inability to be honest with us about a lot of the things that affect us and our health, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and Dr. Sharon is an OB-GYN, by the way, in Texas.
Oh, okay. All right, Dr. Sharon. Dr. Sharon, how are you doing?
I am doing well. So I just have one commentary about that fake website.
Okay.
If it wasn't fake, or if the information was actually true, why did they need a fake website? Why would they not have a website with information, right? If it wasn't,
Yeah. Well, what is the angle with RFK? Why does he do this? Do you two have any idea why RFK or people like him are hell bent on kind of denying the importance of science, especially as it relates to your health? I mean, what are they getting out of this, if you don't mind?
He's a disruptor. He is a disruptor, and that's his plan. Foolishly, he got into place, and people believed him. But his plan has always been to take what the Health Defense Fund is doing and peddle it to the top. He wants to get rid of medicines, but he wants people to be able to do illegal medicines, like he did, because he thinks that treats everything.
Yeah.
What else? He has an agenda clearly with the Health Defense Fund because he's going to get paid through them to be able to do this. And you do remember he had a lot of conflict of interest because he was prosecuting such cases.
Got it. I see. Oh, look at that. We got the face reveal. Look at this. All these, look at handsome and beautiful and handsome all together. Wow, so lovely to see you.
Handsome, Zeus. We are not handsome.
No, I said handsome and beautiful together. Yeah, because you know I got these. Yeah, because I got to be in this with you. All right, because this is dangerous on TikTok right here. Someone's falling in love out there. All right, but I'm not available. Zeus. Yeah, because I'm off limits. But I really do honestly appreciate the fact that you all make it a point to get out here and set aside time in your busy lives to get out the health information that we all really should be focusing on in the community. I was just looking at the news. Could you believe it? They say there's over 400 measles cases now.
And you know where most of them are?
What?
You're in Texas.
Oh,
I'm in Texas. Yeah,
we're both in Texas.
Got it.
You know, the sad thing was the parents of the child that unalived.
Yeah.
They still believe that immunizations are the problem. They do not regret it, and their child is gone. They're gone. Their child was a sacrifice.
Wow. See?
I mean, that actually does not make sense to me. Like zero.
Yeah.
That your child is unalive. Because of a measles infection, and you think that measles is a problem if you're not vaccinated.
Yeah.
Right? But if you are vaccinated, I mean, then it's not a problem. How come we haven't had multiple measles outbreak across the country? The last unalive from measles was 20 years ago?
Wow.
It's
20 years ago.
20, 25 years ago, right?
Now they will say, Dr. Sharon, they will say, oh, but there's been measles cases. There's been scattered measles cases. There has not been a
not like this.
Wow.
Like this.
Not like this at all.
This administration.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I heard there's two reasons for the measles outbreaks. One has to do with, and you can probably shed more light on it, but the results of what happened during the pandemic and then some of the cuts the current administration is putting into place. They're saying that is actually contributing towards this, and not just measles, but other outbreaks potentially. What are your thoughts about that?
People don't believe in immunizations because you have somebody that's peddling this. You guys know what happened in Samoa. RFK Jr. went to Samoa and put a bug in the ear of the president there that, the reason why 2 children that unalived because they were given something to the vaccine that they should have, that they said, it was the immunization, that you shouldn't do it. So he literally stopped campaigning for all of his people to get immunization. What happened?
Wow.
The measles rate went up like this and the unalived rate went up like this.
Wow.
And then he did it, washed his hands, and walked away. And now he's doing it to all of you guys because we have already said his family got the jab or whatever you want to call it. His family has access to planes and to be able to take away when they need it. Do you?
Wow. Not me. If I were you, if I were the average American, I would get current on my vaccines. All right. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not a doctor, but I think that where we're at right now is we got a lot of people who they don't trust you. They don't trust you, Dr. Sharon, Dr. Keisha, and they don't trust Big Zeus. And so they go and they educate themselves and they find that, maybe ivermectin is a good thing to take. What are your thoughts on that mindset? Should people actually rely more on their doctors or should they trust what they find on Google?
So I'll go first. So first of all, I did not get my medical degree off of Google. I promise you that.
Sure.
I did 4 years. I did 4 years of undergrad. I did 4 years of college. I did 4 years of residency with over 16,000 hours of training. Yes, I counted them. And I have over 16 years of experience now. Okay? Google has nothing on me.
Thank you. Oh my God. W, Dr. Sharon. W, Kabira. Thank you. Preach.
Right?
Preach it.
It doesn't. I don't get my information from Google. If I need, I'll Google some shoes. I'll Google restaurants. I just Google some stuff for my puppy. That's the stuff I Google. I don't go to Google for my medical information. I go to the journals. Okay?
Thank you. Oh.
I go to what's the quick one in the hospital? Up to Date. And Up to Date will actually even point you to the original research.
Got it.
Right? So I use reputable source that I can get up-to-date information that's going to help me today in this moment with my patients.
Let's go.
Right?
It's
not I'm Googling, anything. And I'm granted, like when you commit yourself to medicine, it's a lifelong learning, right?
Yeah.
So I'm not going to know everything.
Right.
And things are going to be new. Just like we had the novel C-19 virus back in, 5 years ago.
You're scaring them now.
We had to learn about this, right?
Yeah.
So it's I've committed myself to lifelong learning. So, but that does not come from Google. It comes from reputable sources. It comes from the scientists that I trust, right? Because that are doing the benchtop research and who are out there in the field and bringing that information to me so that I can take care of my patients.
Got it.
That's where I get information from.
Okay, but here's why I don't trust, and this is just me talking what I've heard. I don't trust you in the vaccine because isn't it suspicious how quick they came up with that vaccine? They've never been.
It's funny how when something is now in front of the eyes of the public, and all of a sudden I think you just have do they not know that we've been working on mRNA technology? And by the way, it's about to help cure a cancer.
Oh.
So are y'all going to use that vaccine if your loved one happens to get brain cancer? Are you going to use the vaccine?
Oh, wait. So you can use vaccines to cure cancer in a way? Is that what I'm hearing? Because I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Targeted therapy.
The immune system, right? You give yourself, quote, just like an antigen, you give yourself, quote, cancer-like, so you're able to train your immune system to be able to attack just the cancer cells.
Oh.
So more effective from chemotherapy.
Isn't that something?
Which requires our scientists to be able to come and do said research.
Somebody said no thanks. One of the MAGA people out there, they said no thanks, and this is the ignorance that I would say is plaguing this country. We just can't seem to move forward as a people because we have a group of folks in this country who only trust Donald Trump.
So okay. So this is
my talking about Dr. Sharon. Someone's talking about the whole autism thing, and y'all listen to our podcast because Dr. Atusa broke it. You know what? This is funny. She's an integrative medicine, so she does holistic care. Yeah. And she's an allergist, immunologist, public health, and pediatrics.
And she's worked in 40 countries.
Wow. We need her. We need her to come here too and just make this an undeniably true situation.
Also, if you don't trust doctors, why do you trust us to make these type of diagnoses? Ooh. Why do you trust me to do this, but you don't trust the COVID test? Why do you trust Dr. Sharon to deliver your friend or your baby?
Oh,
you don't trust her when it comes to AV care.
Ain't that something? They trust y'all. They dial, doctor, I'm not feeling good. And don't they dial 911 to get to the hospital, don't they? Give me whatever you got. I'm on my last. That's how they be, don't they?
Yeah. So I do encounter that a lot because I still practice OB and I'm in the hospitals. And sometimes patients will come in and they're like, well, I don't want this. I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't want that. I'm like, okay, so then why did you come? Because I certainly didn't go and pull you off the street and bring you in here. You came here. So if you don't want medical care, then why are you here? Let me turn my attention to someone else who wants me to help them.
Thank you. So to the Trump supporters that are out there, why are y'all going to these hospitals if y'all don't trust them?
Stay home.
Okay.
Yeah, drink the Diet Cokes and eat the cheeses. I hear that cures everything. Am I right?
And I say that all the time.
They won't answer that.
You don't want a vaccine? Okay, don't take it.
Yeah.
You don't want to see a doctor? Don't come. You get a diagnosis and you think we are pushing big pharma to treat you. You don't want the medicine? Don't take it. You want to go down the street to the voodoo doctor for a cure? Please go. Right? But when you come into the hospital, half unalive, begging for help, we will try to help you.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10, sometimes it's just too late.
Yeah, right? Because they've waited.
It's okay. Because you know what? Adults are allowed to make their wrong, bad decisions.
It's a free country, right? You don't have to.
Country.
Yeah, but you can't go to heaven because when they die and they go to meet their maker. Why are you here? And then, I was trying to battle this very terrible disease, and God, you didn't give me the opportunity. And then God's going to say, I gave you those doctors.
Okay,
right?
Zeus, who was conservative crossing? Conservative Democrat?
Oh, he's a lost individual.
One thing that's interesting, Sharon, is you can call us whatever you want, but you cannot call someone who does not have a fake avatar, does not have a fake profile name, and call us a fake doctor.
Oh, that's an unpardonable sin.
You can Google my MPI number.
Yeah, that's one thing with doctors. We have MPI numbers, and another thing is that we can't sit here and spew misinformation. Our boards will come after us.
Yes,
the medical boards will come after us, and our governing body, like American College,
isolate viruses.
American Board of Obstetrics and Gynecology will come after me, and American College of Pathology will go after Dr. Keisha.
Yeah,
we will get sanctioned.
So what I gather from this knucklehead, this knuckle dragger in my chat, he's never seen all this beauty and handsomeness and intelligence, and he's overwhelmed because in his world, you can imagine he lives somewhere in a dark part of the United States, probably in the backwoods somewhere in a double wide, maybe a single wide, and he has to be able to go out and tell people he knows. I talked to 2 doctors today on TikTok. Well, he didn't get to talk to you, but he listened to 2 doctors today, and they taught him something. Could you imagine how unbelievable that would be for his friends to actually be able to hear and believe?
And I hope he asked his electrician how they wired the house. No, because if you're questioning it, I hope you're asking that. I hope you're asking your mechanic as well how they do their job to fix your thing. But you're asking me how to isolate viruses, which I learned my first year of medical school and as a pathologist. I don't have to prove that to you, but you use cell cultures to isolate viruses.
Conservative Democrat. Do you know how to isolate viruses?
I mean, do you
Please come up here and explain the process. I would love to see if he could do it.
Do you know how to deliver a baby?
Do you know how to deliver a baby, Conservative D?
But that's easy unless I have a complication. Do you know how to deal with a hemorrhage? How about that? Tell me, how do you deal with a shoulder dystocia?
Yeah.
How
do you deal with a seizing pregnant patient? Tell me how to do that.
It is with people coming to terms with themselves and feeling inadequate, but it also has to deal with, I believe,
this is easy.
Because we are Black women. We have to get to it. Because we are Black women, they have an issue believing that we are competent in what we do.
Thank you. Conservative Democrat. The reason that I brought you up here is so that you could actually go and tell your friends you had the opportunity to talk to 2 Black women who are also doctors and are way more intelligent than you. What were you saying in the comment section?
I asked a question. What was the answer?
What was your question?
She read the question.
Who is she? Who is she? Because you call me a fake doctor. I have an MD and I have 3 boys.
Davis. Can you answer the question?
Are you gonna? I need you to put some respect on the doctors' names on this show. This is serious. You don't have the capacity to show respect.
I think I'm being pretty respectful.
Well, you didn't say doctor. You just wanted to go into straight disrespectful territory. So let's try this again. Which doctor are you talking to? Both?
Miss Davis.
Oh, so you can't say Dr. Davis.
So take him down. I'm serious. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you can't answer the question.
No, okay. I'm not Miss Davis.
Yeah, she's not Miss Davis to you. You knuckle dragger.
It's fine.
And this. But make no mistake, right? This is indicative of what we're dealing with out here, ladies and gentlemen. These are the people that, at a certain point in life, they're going to need a doctor. And if it was, I'm glad you both are trained doctors. I'm so glad, because if that knuckle dragger would have come into the office and I was a doctor, you would still take care of him.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's wild to Big Zeus, because honestly, I'd say, you were on that live and you were being disrespectful. Well, I got this right here and I could give it to you, but why? Any last words? W Zeus in the chat. They can't do that. They can't. They got ethics and they got to stick to those. I get it, but over here it's a different story, because that's just how angry I get sometimes when I see them do stuff like that. That's how disrespectful. All right.
Yeah, but you know what? That is not that uncommon. It's not unusual.
Really?
Yeah, it's not.
Wow.
I'll have people who want to call me, "Hey Sharon." I'm like, maybe my mother called me or something.
Yeah. Ain't that something?
To me, if there was a white man standing right next to me and they said doctor to him, and they would not say it to me.
Ain't that something? Mm-hmm. And so DJ was in my live yesterday, and we gave him a little crash course on DEI training. This is another example of why DEI is really important. All right, because it's stories like this that are really causing a lot of issues in this great country of ours. All right, these two, they've put hours, thousands of hours into their professions. They've learned things you can't even imagine because your brains can't even handle it. And then you get up here and you embarrass the entire country by acting like you're worse than Neanderthals. Like I said, they're knuckle draggers. And those, that's no disrespect to like the real knuckle draggers, because they got an excuse to be the way that they are. They were born like that, right? But these folks ain't no excuse. Now, listen, I would love to keep this momentum going, but honestly, Big Zeus has to get up out of here and tend to other affairs in the kingdom. Will you both be able to continue to bring the truth like you are doing? Because I honestly think it's something. It's an important thing, especially in the community, to keep getting health-related news, out here to the people, because it's very critical. We do what we do with the politics, but it's important that, especially with this current administration, where they're hiding data about health. Aren't they still doing that?
They are. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and not as often. CDC is not releasing information as often.
Yes.
Wow.
And they still have those disclaimers on the sites that have to deal with genders. Yeah.
You see what I mean? So my concern really is, are we heading towards another, you know what they call it on the right, pandemic? But to me, I call it incompetence. Are we possibly going to be in another scenario, you know, because they pulled us out of the World Health Organization and stuff like that, right? Are we going to be in another situation where our health is going to be at risk?
That's possible. I mean, like, I am worried about not just taking care of patients, right? I'm worried about myself. I'm worried about my friends, my mom, you know, my sisters. You know, I'm concerned. Just because we know with this lack of information, and even, you know, they love to plaster social media with a bunch of disinformation, misinformation also, which actually makes it harder for me to do my job.
Right. Ain't that something?
It's going to be a perfect storm.
Yes.
I think it's not going to be one thing, right? First of all, we have more cancer in younger people than ever. So we're going to have an increase in chronic disease and cancer on top of dengue virus, which is already happening in certain parts of the United States, on top of bird flu, which is going to eventually lead to human-to-human transfer, on top of C-19, and possibly multiple vaccine-preventable illnesses.
Wow.
And we've got doctors leaving the healthcare profession because they're done. Because we got the disrespect like you saw here today.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not uncommon.
Wow. Well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to continue to fight the good fight and make sure that they understand every doctor they see, especially women like yourself. All right. They better put the respect on your name, or there's going to be consequences and repercussions. I didn't even let Q Dog get to it, because I know what Q Dog would have done. He would have done a huge number on him. All right.
Shout out.
Yes, please.
Someone asked about what they can do. We have a Facebook FB group called Empowered Health Network. It's private. You have to answer the questions. Empowered Health Network. You can join it. But we also have the Medical Collective podcast on every platform. We're even on Substack. We go live. We're on YouTube. We're on Apple. All of that. And Dr. Sharon has the Leading Ladies Lounge podcast. If you want to hear about leading ladies in many fields, check her out.
Yeah. I know there's, like, I see a few people with hate. Somebody called us racist.
Who said that?
Somebody. It went by.
Well, they're Zeus haters, and not just my haters. They're now your haters. But you know what? We're going to continue to do what we've been doing.
Somebody said they would not come see us. You know what's so funny? You don't know if you see me. That's it. Everything that goes to the laboratory and diagnosis, and I'm going to be doing digital pathology. You don't know if I signed out one of your cases.
You see what I mean? These are. I tell you,
that's it. They don't even know if they've seen you, and it's okay if you come anywhere that I'm working and you refuse my care. That's okay. You can go
Collective. The Medical Collective is the podcast.
Thank you.
Black and brown doctors.
Thank you. Well, we're going to keep making sure you're getting the recognition you deserve out here on TikTok, especially while I'm around, because I won't allow these folks to continue to try to cover up the light with their darkness. Unfortunately, they got a problem they just can't deal with me. All right. So you two, I honestly want to give you both another huge round of applause. Beautiful. And they say you're more beautiful. You're the beautiful, all right? And you're right up here with Big Zeus in terms of his handsomeness. All right. All right. And I mean, but you know, that's what it takes, all right, to be great like that. Now, Nutty, you got to relax, bro. You and Dr. Lex, I would appreciate if y'all don't promote your ugliness on my show, all right? I'll do all of the promoting for the men, all right? W in the chat for Dr. Keisha Davis and Dr. Sharon Smith. I really do appreciate you both.
Thank you.
All right.
Just thank you for trying to bring truth and factual information to the public, because when I tell you it's hard, it makes my job 10 times harder.
Yeah.
It really does.
Well, you're right. But, it's going to be these kind of discussions. Honestly, it's terrible that we got to have them, but pushing through the block, it's a huge blockage, right? You know about blockages in the medical sense, but this is what we got to do. We got to push through this blockage that's stopping these folks from completing the thought and getting to a place where they really do have common sense. So I'm glad to be standing shoulder to shoulder with both of you, seriously.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here first. Hopefully, we'll get more of these conversations. Dr. Keisha Davis and Dr. Sharon Smith. Thank you so much. All right.
Thank you so much for having us.
You're welcome, and hopefully we'll see you again. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and there you have it. Oh my goodness. All right, look at the time. I'm well past my time slot, but I will always make sure that we do stuff like that, things like that are, I think, beneficial to the community at large, all right? Because it's very, very important. You know, the news can only do so much, and we, the people, got to do the rest, all right? So we've covered a lot of territory today. You all deserve a round of applause. Thank you for sticking it through, especially to my subscribers, gifters, moderators, and panelists. Without you, this show wouldn't be as educational, entertaining, and engaging as it is. But I also got to give one last round of booze and shame, and you know who this goes out to. This goes out to every single one of these Zeus haters. I mean, and we talked to quite a bit of them today, all right? They know exactly who they are. These people will sit up here and watch our secrets be disclosed on an app called Signal by the most incompetent people we have ever seen in the United States government at the highest level at that. All right. Meanwhile, they're making Donald Trump look worse and worse every single day, sabotaging his administration, all right, with their ignorance. And they can't help it because that's how they are. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them one huge round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA daily.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok streets. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do. You know we got to watch these Senate hearings, all right? Thank you. We're out of here. Let's go. You know, you can just see their racism every time they get on this app. Later, Tiffany, for the people. Yes. I'll be back on my main account tomorrow. Because, you know, they only can keep it playing down for so much. You know, they're like, get back out here. Let's go, let's go. All right. Thank you, thank you. We did that. Let's go. Gotta be able to connect the dots. Yeah, they're gonna be regretting. They're gonna be regretting getting rid of quote DEI in short order, if not already. Another great show. Thank you. It wouldn't be possible without each and every single one of you. Okay, you want to do the drill, baby? Drill. Let's get some drill, baby. Drill, and then we're out of here.
She can't help it. But we're going to end that, and we will frack, and drill, baby, drill.
Let's do the drill, baby, drill, and then we are out of here.
Drill, baby, drill. We're going to be drilling so deep. We're going to be, for these guys, we're going to drill. We're going to take out so much money. We're going to pay down our debt. We're going to lower your tax system. Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill. We're going to frack. Drill, baby, drill. There's a black there's a less of the energy. This is what she's going to pay.
Yeah, she's going to pay it. Hey.
She was against all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all of a sudden everybody here to Africa.
Let's go. She said, I like fracking very much. Look, they always go back to what they want. They always go back. She can't help it. She's a radical.
She can't help it.
We're gonna end that, and we will. You're a radical. Tell them, Tim, we're gonna lower your taxes. Tell them to get out of here. You know they go crazy when I say the late great radical. Hey.
Drill, baby, drill, we're gonna frack.
Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Hey. You know what we came to do, ladies and gentlemen? Let's go. How low? want me to lower your gas and egg prices like it's Hannibal Lecter?
Insane asylums.
Here we go.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter.
What did you do?
They say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter?
Why would he mention it? Here we go.
We're going to lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums.
That part. You know they go crazy when I say
the late, great Hannibal.
Let's go. Lower your taxes. Hey. When I say the late, great Hannibal. Let's go. Like it's Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. Let's go. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum. You know they go crazy when I say. All right, how much money do you owe on that house? Oh, you owe $10 million. Oh, okay, don't worry, we'll pay that off. We'll pay off all your debt. You owe some taxes on that. Don't worry, we'll lower your taxes like you wouldn't believe. Cause guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna drill. You want me to lower your mortgage? I'll lower that too. It's easy to do when you know how to drill, baby. Drill and then frack. Cause guess what? We got so much liquid gold underneath our feet. All right, and all we gotta do is, you know what? With you know who. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and stay safe out there in those TikTok.